Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kuso Live at AGDQ 2025. Honestly, it's great to be here. I know that it still is early in the morning for quite a few people, so I expect more to wander in. Kusogrande is a bad video game tournament that I started almost 10 years ago, and being able to be here at GDQ has been great. It's our third time, and again, I'm very excited. Our grand prize this year for the person who takes place is a prize that was rejected by GDQ for the main marathon. So thank you so much, GDQ, for giving us our grand prize, which is a Laserdisc copy of Waterworld. Yeah, thank you, Kevin Costner. Yeah, the prize for second place will be bootleg handheld console that is in the CVS machine downstairs. So I hope that you enjoy that. I haven't purchased it yet, but it's sitting there waiting for me. With that said, we have our two players, a zombie and Flute Boy 123. Now, are both of you ready to begin? Perfect. Their match is Rex Ronin for Super Nintendo. So let me give you a countdown, and yeah, feel free to get to the main title screen, and I will give you it might try to play the demo. Okay, let's do it in 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck, all of you. Well, here we go. We are entering the mouth. Yes, Rex Ronin is a game that's going to be played in Awful Block in just a little bit. I believe either fairly late Wednesday or early Thursday morning. It's a game that we've had in Kusogrande multiple times, and it makes me extremely excited to have it. One of my favorite people in the world, Kowal, who had volunteered for me various times and loves bad video games, ended up really digging into this game. But the runner at GDQ is going to be showing an expert playthrough. These two players here have never seen this game before and get to experience the nightmare that is edutainment. Yeah, luckily, why are there mouths and robots in someone's mouth? It's a treacherous place, you know. Biology is very, very strange. A zombie clearing that plaque off of the teeth, making sure that they are clean. It looks like you have picked up something that talks about using tobacco products makes your teeth clean. There are trivia questions, so if something pops up and asks you a question or has a phrase like that, you have to decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to collect that item or not? Because that will affect. But again, I don't like to spoil too much about what's happening until the players learn what this game is all about. Ooh, Flute Boy clearing out the leukoplaco. I think that's what it said. Each cigarette you smoke can cut 20 minutes off of your life. Rex just, groaning in pain over there for Flute Boy there. There's so many robots in this mouth. Gosh. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that the technology has evolved to this point. A zombie doing a lot of sort of crouch shooting and it looks like there's a decent upgrade that a zombie has over there. Now, Flute Boy, I was talking with him a little bit earlier. He is a programmer that finished school not too long ago, but has been getting back into watching and, had done speedruns before and is getting back into the GDQ scene. First GDQ. Zombie as well. First GDQ here, and he actually is a co-worker of mine over in the escape room. I'm happy that he was able to qualify. I absolutely did not spoil anything about the qualifiers. But Flute Boy onto the trachea. Oh no, watch out. I hope that your trachea doesn't look like that. That's a lot of slime. Ugh. I mean, some days it feels like that. A zombie is still on the first level. Now remember, with our video game tournament with Kusogrande in general, we do not care too much about quick progress. What we care about is the player's best attempt as they are playing through the game. Whoever makes the most progress at any given point during the 50 minutes that we have for this match will be the victor. If the players somehow make it to the exact same place in the game, then it is based off of who made it there first. So that's the main incentive for going fast, just in the case of a tiebreaker. Otherwise, just whoever made the most linear progress, whenever it can be measured linearly. Now, Zombie still clearing out some of this plaque. A large part of this game is figuring out what the game actually requires you to do in order to make progress. And Flute Boy did figure out a little bit of what you need to do to the mouth in order to progress to the trachea. Zombie is figuring it out and is making these teeth very, very shiny. Oh my gosh. They're so dingy though. This is an anti-tobacco game, so, you know, of course you gotta clean teeth. You gotta make them all yellow. Like, less dark yellow, more light yellow, you know? Okay, Flute Boy managed to get through the trachea, but we've got the precancerous cells. Oh no, and robots. You know, cancer and robots are both bad, and, I don't know why robots are evil. They just are, you know? That's life here. Okay, a zombie moving on to the leukoplakia. That pop-up there, smoking stains your teeth yellow. Getting shot by... Those robots are super aggressive. The thing, like, knockback in this game is annoying. And there we go, getting hit by plenty of those bullets. Flute Boy taking down some of the tar in this area here. Now, of course, experimental surgery when it comes to Rex Ronin involves a lot of guns. You generally don't want to use that for surgery, but there we go. Zombie is through the mouth onto the trachea. Flute Boy navigating and clearing out some of this tar. Good, good. Gotta breathe well. Oh my gosh. Honestly, this is a beautiful, beautiful start for both of the players. Obviously, they are starting to get into the basics, understanding how movement works. Rex Ronin has some beautiful jump dives inside of the lung. It's fantastic. Of course, who is edutainment for? Was this for, well, for kids? Except that, no, kids wouldn't want to play this. Nobody wants to play Rex Ronin. Yeah, that's why we are making people play. You gotta learn. You gotta learn all about the dangers of smoking. Now, oh my gosh. Okay, good dodges by Zombie. During this flying section, you know, paying attention to the enemies that are here, as well as figuring out where the holes in the tracheal goop are. I don't know if there's a scientific term for whatever this green stuff is inside. Like, I hope it's not like, it looks kind of like snot, but if that's that far down inside of your lungs, you need a surgeon. Oh my gosh. To be fair though, like, for surgery, this is very much not cutting into anything at all. Maybe that's why it's experimental. Well, Flute Boy getting the arrow indicating to move on. Good job, Zombie, for making it through the trachea onto the lungs as well, making a good comeback. Now, both of the players have 2 lives left. With throat cancer, you may have your voice box cut. Yeah, Flute Boy jumped into that, and it said true. It flashed some colors, and I'm not sure what that did, but that's pretty cool. A lot of edutainment games, when there are items that ask you trivia questions, answering them yes or no is what they expect you to do. But in this case, jumping into the item that asks you the trivia question is what answers it. Essentially, jumping into it is saying, you think that this is correct. And if you don't jump into it, it's you saying, I don't think it's correct. So if you jump into an item that has an incorrect statement, it punishes you for it. And I believe you get some sort of reward, either in meaningful points, which do nothing in this game as far as I'm aware, or just having it say true. That might be your reward. Feeling smart, you know? Not that these questions are deep at all. Oh my gosh, speaking about lungs, it looks like some of my friends are here with part of my CPAP that I have been missing for the last several days. I'm gonna cry because I need this so much. I am so tired. I've got it. This is not a prize for Kusogrande, okay? I am not giving this away. Now, Flute Boy, in the next flying section, I believe a different part of the lungs. We're either trying to get to a different part of the lungs or trying to leave. You can see in the mini-map at the top right of the screen, though, the little dot shows you where the ship is. Lungs 2. Uh-oh. Yeah, as it turns out, you've got 2 of those. Yeah. Precancerous cells. It's good that we've got the surgeon here. You know, I love what has been happening in the field of cancer treatment lately, and obviously we're here for the Prevent Cancer Foundation for GDQ. Wonderful game for us to start with when it comes to Kusogrande Live, and so yeah, I'm very happy about that. Some of the things that technology is coming up with are fantastic. I've read things about certain vaccines being developed in order to prevent cancer, various treatments that are non-invasive that are showing a lot of promise for being able to kill tons of cancer cells without even needing Rex Ronin to go into your body. It's great. I really, really hope that this continues on. Okay, a zombie entering the bronchial tubes, almost getting to lungs 2. Flute Boy is currently in the lead. Now, I don't know how long we have been playing. I believe our tech person is probably keeping track of the time right now. I got the thumbs up. Yes, it has been verified. We do have some of our next players showing up in the room as well. About 30 minutes beforehand, I will try to sick a GM on you in order to get your game. Of course, I've had a few people not respond, and if for some reason one of our players is a no-show, then I will try to round somebody up who is sitting in here. If somebody had played in the qualifiers but didn't make it, I will grab you. And if nobody here played in the qualifiers, then I will grab any of you at this point, okay? Yeah, I'm speaking about the match versus Author Blues. I was not able to get into contact with the opponent that you're playing against, so we will improvise at that point, and you will... Okay, Author Blues just said he didn't respond either. You're here. Yeah, that's more than I can say for some people. Well, yeah, Lungs 2 is going pretty okay. Now, I do expect us to get a game over fairly soon. The big question, which I didn't tell the players, is, are there any continues? Are there any passwords? Are there any ways to start in the game again? If there are, they are allowed to use those, but if there are not, they'll have to start the game over again and try from the beginning. It can be a little bit frustrating for players to do that, but at the same time, you know, going through earlier areas when you already know what to expect can actually be refreshing. It helps you conserve lives for a better attempt later. Obviously, you know, we're at a speed running marathon, and speed is the name of the game, but when it comes to a blind race, conserving health and making sure that you can make one good push through the game is very important, and probably the most crucial part of playing in this tournament here. So you don't necessarily need to worry about going fast unless there is a timer in the game. Make sure you are making consistent progress. Now, unlike Bongo, this game does not have very good air control. Bongo was a fantastic game yesterday. This game has pretty committed jumps. Yeah, as you see, Flute Boy was trying to jump through some of that, the small gap there, but unfortunately kept bonking his head up against some of the bronchial tubes here. I'm sure that patient isn't very happy about it, but hopefully he's got like some good laughing gas or something, you know, just having a blast being like, ooh, my lungs feel funny. Oh, good boost by one of the enemies, sending Zombie down into a lower area of the lungs here. Not bronchial tubes, the lungs. I don't know my biology. I did have some biology classes, but I've forgotten what's connected to what. But Rex Ronin knows. That's why he's doing this, okay? Not me. If you put me inside of your lungs, you'd be in trouble. Okay, very good jump dives. Yeah, as you can tell, these players get to deal with the nightmare that is the physics of this game. And figuring out how to make some of these trickier jumps like Zombie is trying to do. Are you able to make those jumps? I'm not completely sure. We're in a little bit of a biological maze here, and figuring out what the game wants you to do in order to make progress is key. Obviously, when you see the run at GDQ Wednesday night, Thursday morning, the runner has everything mapped out, probably knows any of the damage boosts that you can take in order to get to different areas, knows what to kill, what not. Everything that you see here, you know, getting rid of the various pieces of tar inside of the lungs, it may matter, but it may not be as important as getting it to a place where the game does not let you progress and then trying to start over. So we are 15 minutes into this match. Thank you so much, Tech, for helping us out here. Obviously, we've had fantastic volunteers. And by fantastic volunteers, I mean mostly one guy who is doing a lot of work. It's Nux, right? Thank you so much, Nux, and Dana as well from GDQ staff who helped set this up. This has probably been the easiest going for any of the preparation that we've had for this tournament on site. They're just improving all of the time, and it makes me happy. It's so good. Okay. You know what? I can only talk about shooting robots so much. Yeah, you're in the lungs, you're shooting robots. Guess what? Zombie just answered some trivia. That's pretty dang cool. Good job. Flute Boy taking another death. Both of the players on 0 lives left, and we're probably going to find out what happens when you get a game over in just a little bit. A fun thing about Kusogrande as well is that sometimes we give a decent amount of information, sometimes we give a minimal amount of information. What I gave the players was the game, and I didn't give them anything else. They went into this knowing nothing, not even knowing what all of the buttons do, and I love that. They are on the same playing field here. Flute Boy, by the way, talking about this match before, Flute Boy did say that he saw one of the runs of Rex Ronin that happened at GDQ years ago, but didn't really remember anything, and there we go, popping up with a screen. Flute Boy now knows what happens when there is a game over. Zombie still doesn't know, but may know fairly soon. Yeah, I will say that, oh geez, this technology, I gotta look into a little bit of this story. Why are there robots in the lungs? What are they doing? Are they good? Like, are they trying to cure this guy and they went haywire and now they're like, beep beep, must kill Rex Ronin? I don't know what they're doing here. All I know is that never put robots in your lungs. That's a life lesson that I've got for you. Yeah, the music in this game isn't bad. Hey, a zombie managed to move to Artery 1, which puts Zombie in first place right now. A little bit of a lead change, but we've got plenty of time. Flute Boy can definitely come back from this. Yeah, that's what I love about having these matches, seeing places change, seeing how the script gets flipped as time goes on. Okay, good job avoiding all of that cholesterol. Ooh, oh, white blood cells, gotta kill those sometimes. You know, actually, they're more yellow blood cells. If your white blood cells have turned yellow, gotta shoot them. Bam, bam, bam. Good. Okay. Very hairy fellas. I mean, then again, there's a lot of cilia inside the lungs as well that kind of tickle Rex Ronin as he goes. Uh-oh, zombie is into the heart. Everybody, this is where the game gets real, and I want you to know you're going to see some fun in the heart. Okay, and not just the robots. Okay, very big jump. Zombie descending down into one of the ventricles? Heart chamber. Descending into a heart chamber. Yeah. I don't see much blood in here. That's probably the problem. Got to get some blood back, Rex Ronin. Actually, there's been a strange lack of fluids in this place. Like, I've seen some slime, but that's about it. I don't think there's any hope for this guy. I think he's gonna die. Whoa, a big drop for Zombie. Ooh, the robot's doing a little bit of damage. Flute Boy, uh-oh, smoking increases your risk of having a stroke. Collecting that managed to wipe out all of the enemies on the screen, making it a little bit easier to deal with what was happening there. Now, we do have all of these gauges up in the HUD. First off, you've got Rex Ronin's face. I think that's all it is. He makes funny faces sometimes. You've got the health bar at the very top. Then you've got various other bars, which I'm unsure if the players have figured out what they all do, but they are up there and may matter in some way. Up above the score, you have the number of lives. Zombie, by the way, just getting a game over and back into the heart. That was actually not too bad of a game over. So Zombie getting back into this. I think Flute Boy, unfortunately, did have a costly game over. So now that they know how the continue system works, for future game overs, they may actually be able to plan, is it good if I'm low on lives and I enter a new level? It may be good to just take one death so that I can reset and not have to do this entire level over again. Meta strategies. You got to think about that when you are doing a blind race. Of course, one risk of doing that is that by using a life and a continue, you know, you've used a life just in order to have a fresh start on the level, and that may make your overall play through the game a little bit less likely to get to the end. So, but these are things that you have to think about when you're playing in a tournament. You know, what is going to be worth risking? Is it going to be a good thing for me to do this? Is it going to be bad? Is it going to help, hurt? And all of these things, you know, the players will probably be questioning what is the most beneficial for them in order to have the best attempt. Again, I don't care about anybody beating the game. I don't care about how far they make it. I care about their best attempt compared to the other player. And whoever does that takes the victory. This is a single elimination tournament because unfortunately GDQ won't let us have the tournament stage for the entire week. I would love... No, JK, I don't want to be here for 8 hours a day. That would be way too much. Oh my gosh. Okay, Zombie currently fighting some of this. The stuff in the background are affecting the body, but some of them matter, some of them don't. You do get extra points. Now, points, let's talk about those. Speedrunners usually say, we don't care about points. Points are dumb. And in general, I agree. But in certain video games, points actually matter a decent amount when it comes to a blind race, because get a certain number of points, you may get an extra life. Get an extra life, and that means that you can get deeper into the game. So do not neglect paying attention to your score and how that affects your lives, because knowing what helps you get extra lives is going to help you make solid progress. Now, zombie heading to the left here, and I believe we are into the danger zone. We've got a blood clot. There is a heart attack alert. Zombie, you gotta stop this heart attack. Uh-oh, you didn't do it. Unfortunately, the heart attack happened, and Rex Ronin, I think they're quantumly linked to the patient. It's kind of amazing, you know? Patient has a heart attack, Rex Ronin dies. It's sad. Here's the deal. If you're ever a doctor, please do not link your own life to your patient's life, okay? And, you know, there's something called resuscitation. Clear out the artery, and then, you know, push the chest a little bit. Bam, bam, bam. They're good. Yeah. Actually, if you're doing surgery, probably don't give CPR. That's my guess, you know. Use some of the other tools that you've got there, like a defibrillator or, you know, I don't know what else doctors use. Forceps? Yeah, use those. What? Are you using forceps in the middle of surgery? I don't even know. But zombie trying to get rid of the background here. Now, as you can see, it sort of starts creeping back up in order to try to block the artery. So zombie has to pay attention to all of this to make sure a heart attack does not happen, because heart attack is death for Rex Ronin, okay? That's why it's experimental surgery. I just love that his solution to all of medical problems is a gun. It's a nice laser gun, or at least shoots little plasma thingies. Plasma wheels, I don't even know what they are. Zombie trying to clear out some of this blockage for the artery. Good, good. Of course, robots do not like you trying to save the patient. Bad robots. Do they even have desires? I don't think this orb loves anything. It just is an orb. It spins around, kind of does a little dance. That's all it does. Oh my gosh, this music is getting to me. It's a little repetitive. Now, as a little information about this game, it was developed by Sculptured Software. They are a company that is from my home state, Utah, which means that it is a bad game. Yeah. The company made other things like, they made PlayStation Space Jam? Are you serious? I didn't even know there was a Space Jam on PlayStation. Captain Novolin, which is the diabetes game. Gotta maintain your... Oh, that's right. They made Bart's Nightmare and Virtual Bart. Those games are... I love Bart's Nightmare, but Virtual Bart, my sister got that for me for my birthday, and I think I put it down on a table in my house, and it is still there. I have not moved it. It has just been sitting there, and I have tried to forget that she gave me Virtual Bart. Thank you, Essentia. Yeah. But yeah, this company is pretty infamous for making various bad games, and I love it. Did they make anything good? Well, if you consider The Simpsons Bart Nightmare good, sure, maybe. They made some RoboCop games, which there are like 30 or 40 different RoboCop games in this world. For some reason, the Miracle Piano teaching system, if you want to learn how to play the piano, I guess they did that, or helped in some way. Skate or Die, it appears they were related to. And possibly one of the Carmen Sandiego games, although I see Broderbond made that for sure, but they may have helped with one of the ports. I played a lot of that when I was younger. Taking a look at, oh my gosh, Zombie is through the heart onto artery 2. This is a fantastic, I'm not kidding you, that part is really, really difficult. I've seen people get full game overs and go back to the beginning of the game due to that single freaking blood clot. Absolutely amazing. Flute Boy, here's the deal. Zombie is making good progress, but that in no way means that Flute Boy is out of this because, you know, Zombie has 0 extra lives, and there are limited continues in this game. Flute Boy may actually, by making slow but steady progress, be able to catch up and even pass Zombie at some point. So nobody's out of this. There is still plenty of a chance for a comeback. Of course, I'm looking at the credits for the game, and instead of listing programmer, it says person who wrote the program. Thank you so much, Craig Condor, for being the person who wrote the program. We have person who directed things, Jeff Peters. Thank you very much, person who directed things. I guess he also got a special thanks for Disney's Chicken Little. That's pretty cool. Ren and Stimpy Show. Oh no, is this Vidia? No, Time Warp. That's every Ren and Stimpy Show game is absolutely nightmarish. Person who decided things is Aaron Baker. What does that even mean? Well, Aaron Baker decided things, and I think that he decided, oh no, he also got special thanks in the game Balls 3D. That, and was the executive director for Bronchi the Bronchiosaur. Oh, that's about bronchitis. I love edutainment, everybody. It's so good. The smart person who approved things was C. Bar Taylor, and apparently only worked on this game. We've also got people who drew pictures and people who helped out. And I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe you should give them actual job titles. Honestly, though, the art in this game is not that bad. It's not great, but when you're working with a low budget for an edutainment game, making anything that actually resembles, like, you can tell where platforms are in this game, which is more than you can say with a lot. Well, we're 30 minutes deep into this match. A Zombie has the lead at this point. Flute Boy, still has a lot of lives with this continue. I think he's going to be able to finish Lungs 2 pretty quickly. Now, I will say, it is that time for our next match players to go ahead and get everything sorted and ready. So Author Blues will need to chat with our next GM, and let me go ahead and see if I can figure out who you are going to battle. Yes, you're going to race somebody, Author Blues. You're not getting a bye. I'm going to make you. We'll see about that. No. I want to. So my main question is Dest here? Dest. D-E-S-T. Okay, what about Tustin 2121? Okay, anybody else in this room play in the qualifiers but not make it? Hands up. We have 2 people. Come over here. I need to talk to you real quick. Come, my victims, because, well, if you want to play, if you don't want to play, then you do not have to come over. And if both of you are down for playing, come over here so that I can figure out which one of you had the higher score so that I can make sure that we have it. For Author Blues. So fantastic. Ornamental fruitcake. Obviously, all of your fruitcakes need to be ornamental. No, I like fruitcake. I gotta be honest. It's pretty tasty. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, look, my name is Author Blues. I don't have any taste. Yeah. And we actually have our GM over here. So both of you, Author Blues and Ornamental Fruitcake, please come over and talk to our GM for match 2, Grey Goo Glitch. Go and figure out a game. Okay, back to Rex Ronin. A zombie is current. I don't even know what this place is. Is this the brain? Okay, he nodded. I was gonna say it looks like a brain, but it really doesn't. I see some neurons. I see some Christmas lights. It's pretty good. Some robots as well. Why are there so many robots in this body? Honestly, I'm not worried about the tobacco company. I'm worried about the robots. Unless the tobacco company sent the robots. Oh my gosh, I'm learning the lore. Oh, Tech here is nodding. They know about robots. And they know it was the tobacco company that sent them. Oh my gosh, Rex Ronin has to destroy the robots then. Yeah. Now, as far as I'm aware, just going through this, there is the introduction at the beginning of the game, but a quick summary of what is happening in the story. You are a microsurgeon who's you've been shrunken down because you are trying to help somebody out. Specifically, you're trying to save the life of a tobacco salesman who is a victim of his own hubris. A victim of his own product. I don't know. He was selling tobacco, and I guess he's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and smoke a little bit, and then bam, landed in the hospital. But Rex is like, oh my gosh, why am I here helping a tobacco salesman? But you know what? A doctor is here to save lives. Doctors do not ask people's motives for why they show up. They are there to help save lives. And Rex Ronin is doing what must be done. It's honestly not a bad message. I like the moral conflict of, this tobacco salesman possibly has caused harm to a lot of people, but he is in danger, and I am here to help. Yeah. That's a lot of depth for something where you're going around having to trivia questions about, smoking tobacco takes away this many years of my life. Yeah. Edutainment. It's wild. So good. Yeah, and as it turns out, it looks like Big Tobacco specifically was trying to, this guy that you are inside became a whistleblower for the tobacco industry. And so the tobacco industry put all of these robots in his body to try to kill him and make sure Rex Ronin couldn't save him. That is why there are robots trying to shoot you, because they want to cover up the secrets. This is too much. Oh my gosh. All the drama. Flute Boy, onto Artery 1. Let's go. That's what I love to see. There is still plenty of time. Mind you, the speedrun of this game is pretty quick. And if Flute Boy manages to figure out what to do in the heart quickly, he could get to the brain in very short amount of time. I've got hope here. Eliminate final nicotine addiction. Uh-oh. Zombie is fighting addiction with a gun. Rex Ronin. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. But why are there blobs of nicotine? This isn't how it works. Or is it? I don't know. Do you have glowing things in your brain? Maybe that's what happens when you have an addiction. I don't know. Ooh, that is a game over for Zombie, but again, not the biggest setback. He did get a decent way into the brain, but I think that there's plenty of time to get back to where he was before. Again, going back to the beginning of the level technically is not a setback when it comes to making progress in Kusogrande, because he already set his high water mark at the next section of the nicotine addiction. Meanwhile, Flute Boy working to get through the heart, and if he can manage to do this quickly, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to get to the brain. It's really not that far. I think there is a good chance of a comeback. Oh my gosh, these robots! Big Tobacco, stop it. There we go. Good job. I mean, this was a long time before we had any sort of like micro robots. I guess this is edutainment sci-fi. Ooh, true. Good job getting a screen wipe there. By the way, I really appreciate everybody being here and watching. We will be here every day this week, 10 to 2, Monday through Friday, having various games of varying quality. Obviously, this is a bad video game tournament, but my theory is bad games are not necessarily unfun, and good games are not necessarily fun. Have you ever played The Last of Us? Absolutely amazing game. I was miserable the entire time. I finished it though because holy crap, it's a really good game, but it is not happy and I cannot play it again. Eternal Darkness, I loved it, can't play it again. I just, like, I was miserable. I had nightmares. Yeah, bad games, though, can be a little bit silly. Of course, we will see what the players think of this game afterwards. In general, in my opinion, this isn't the hardest game out there to play. It is edutainment. It's meant for kids. Like, there are some major issues while playing it, just with movement, with being able to shoot what you need, and sort of with trying to figure out what this game wants you to do. Uh-oh, Flute Boy is on to the blood clot. Watch out, heart attack time. Can you stop the heart attack? That's the question. Okay, I see the block. Unfortunately, not being able to clear the blockage fast enough, Flute Boy getting a game over. Oh, that's back to the beginning of the heart. That is a fairly big setup. Setback this far into the match. There is still a chance for a comeback, though. I still have faith, Flute Boy. You can do it. Zombie just walking on the neurons. You know, it's kind of rude for you to just go into someone's brain and walk all around it. That's weird. But I guess he's dying, so it's probably good for you to be doing this. Get rid of... Then again, do you really have to get rid of someone's nicotine addiction in order to save them? Give them a patch for a little while. They'll be fine. We don't need to do experimental surgery for this. Maybe for the robots. Yeah. Good. A lot of neurons in the background. Just firing away. They're probably like, emergency. There's this weird dude walking around in here. Honestly, my brain would be freaking out if Rex Ronin was jumping around in there. You know, I like that whenever there's a trivia question that sounds like this is the worst possible thing in the world, the answer is always true. Yeah, that was like, smoking kills more than these different 5 things combined. And the answer was true. Yeah, you can tell very much that it's less about trivia and more about this is an anti-smoking game, and we're going to hammer it into your head how dangerous smoking is. Yeah. Mind you, I think that Rex Ronin is pretty cool. He's got purple, and I think that is a good color choice for surgery. Honestly, if I were to choose an outfit as a doctor, you know, why choose boring, like, kind of teal clothes? No, go purple. Go all out. Come on. Put your hair up, you know. I've got long hair. I could make a bouffant or something like that, you know. I'm going to be stylish going into surgery. Am I going to dye my hair purple? Let's go for it. If anybody has purple hair dye, let's do this. Yeah. You'll be back? Okay, thank you very much, Seth Highwind. Thank you as well for helping out yesterday for commentary. We've got the blood clot. Luckily, Flute Boy cleared out some of that. Of course, the unfortunate thing is that with these robots, they keep hitting you, and the knockback makes it very, very difficult to actually clear out any of these blood clots. Big Tobacco is at it. They're just trying to prevent Rex Ronin from doing anything useful. Stop it, Big Tobacco. Do you think they're, like, controlling these robots remotely? Or did they just, like, put the robots in and hope the robots would do something? Maybe there's some, like, corporate executive just sitting at his computer, like, evil villain type stuff. Oh no, Flute Boy taking a death. Not a huge setback. Back to a checkpoint. Luckily, it's not too far to get back to the blood clot. We are nearing the end of the match, though. Not too much time left. Okay, Zombie is still clearing out some of this nicotine addiction. Yeah, it continues to spread from any place where it is, so if any part of these spreading blobs, just like the artery block, you know, if there's a single dot left, there's a lot of room around it in order to spread. But if you get rid of the individual blobs that are sitting around and limit how many different places you have to deal with it, it's a little easier to deal with. I see Zombies using a strat of moving from the right to the left, shooting straight up, and I think this is a really good strategy. I think this might actually be able to get rid of the addiction. Good, good. Yeah, it's always interesting to see what strategies players come up with. Because honestly, this game is a little bit of a nightmare to play, but... Oh no! Another heart attack for Flute Boy! Oh! You know, I'm thinking my grandfather had quadruple bypass surgery. It's just amazing what doctors are able to do. There's only 5 minutes left in this match, this 50-minute match. It's coming down to the end. Flute Boy might not be able to catch up, but I still think he can beat the heart. Like a heartbeat, yeah. And there we go. Zombie is through the brain. And is that a game clear? Congratulations to Zombie for having our first game clear. We'll go ahead and call it there. Good job, Zombie. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've seen anybody clear Rex Ronin during a blind race. And not only that, it was before the 50-minute mark, and usually my races are an hour long. That was a fantastic job there. Before letting Zombie talk, though, Flute Boy, thank you so much for playing. Like, I want to grab your mic and say, like, how do you feel the game was? Just the mic that's closest to you.
Is this thing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get why this is in the awful block.
Yeah, that is perfect. Yeah, absolutely. There are some very good reasons. What about you, Zombie? How do you feel about Rex Ronin and experimental surgery?
I think he's a pretty good doctor.
He's a pretty good doctor? Good, good.
I mean, anyone who's willing to just go way inside you and shoot everything.
Yeah, honestly, he's brave.
He's a brave
He did
man.
it for us all. Well, for that guy specifically, yeah. But in order to defeat Big Tobacco, yeah, he did it.
Gotta
Yeah.
take down Big Tobacco.
Perfect. Now, I gotta ask, before we let you two go, is there anything that you'd like to plug, anything that you're doing, Zombie, or if you're not doing streams these days, anything that you're playing offline that you've really enjoyed lately?
What happened? Path of Exile 2, I've been really...
Oh, I started playing that as
so
well.
good.
That was a mistake. It's sucking
game.
my soul away.
Yeah.
I need Rex Ronin to get into my brain and clear that addiction out.
Oh, what? It's a good addiction.
It's a good, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. What about you, Firebird? Are you streaming these days, or if not, any games that you're playing that you've been enjoying?
Firebird?
Which one?
You said Firebird.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Flute Boy. Why am I thinking Firebird?
Hello. Okay. Just regular stuff. Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Minecraft. Mario Kart. I've been playing Duskers 2 indie horror strategy game. That one's pretty fun.
Okay, which one was that?
Duskers.
Duskers?
Duskers.
Oh, Duskers. Okay, great. I haven't actually heard of that. I'll have to check it out. Well, thank you both again for coming and playing. And Zombie, you will be moving on to round 2 of the bracket. So congratulations again. And thank you, Flute Boy 123, for playing. We're going to a quick break, and we will be back with our second match, Author Blues versus Ornamental Fruitcake. Stay tuned. Well, I guess don't stay tuned. This is a VOD. Yeah. Y'all grab some water, go to the restroom, whatever you'd like. We will be back.
Yeah, we're gonna go, it's gonna be a point system. Should be simple enough.
Okay.
Can we move the monitor so it's, or is it gonna be blocking the shot?
No, this works great.
Okay, cool.
Actually helps.
Okay, yes, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
Just shift that over.
So we will get a countdown before the recording starts.
Oh, the recording's still rolling.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Here, Church and Sarge, I'll go ahead and give you a good breaking point. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kuso Live 2025 here at AGDQ. I am Brosentia, and we've got our next GM here, Grey Goo Glitch. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, you did give some games out, I believe, at SGDQ, or was it last AGDQ?
It was SGDQ. Yeah, I was filling in for someone. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that you're back.
I'm so excited.
So
I can't
Author Blues on the right, Ornamental Fruitcake here as well. Both of them played in the qualifiers. Author Blues has been around Kusogrande for a while. Ornamental Fruitcake a little newer here, and I am very excited to have you here. I believe you're new to the Kusogrande scene. Yeah, welcome to our nightmares. I hope you have fun. Okay, are both of you ready? So we'll let you unpause on 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so we're gonna see them doing the basic thing that is the core of this game, which is running around and doing stuff. We see off the this is okay. So yeah, we see Ornamental Fruitcake is engaged in what looks to be a pretty early fight. We'll see where this goes. He's currently trying to do the thing that is one of the hardest things to do in this game, which is figuring out how to fight things. It's
yeah.
not clear. It's not really straightforward. We also see Author Blues picking a fight with the dog. And that dog is hecking him up.
No, stay back, stay back. Oh, the dog fell. Well, that's okay. Dog's fine.
Yeah.
It's back. I see it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything respawns as soon as it's back to its regular respawn location. So let's go over a couple of changes that were made for this, just to make it a little easier for people to play through and make sure we don't have any easy fail out. So the players have 5 lives instead of 3. That's just to make sure that they don't run out of lives too quickly. If they lose all of their lives, it will be a game over, and they will have to start from the ground up. And they have been given 30 keys from the start. This is to prevent soft locking. There's some progress that can be made early on that you can just kind of miss, and that breaks everything. So this ensures that they've got enough keys to be able to explore and open doors and not worry so much about locking themselves out of progress.
Yeah, with that said, we have a saved location for them that they started at with the 30 keys, and if they get a full game over, I assume they will be restarting from that location, or...
Yeah, they'll be restarting from that, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect. So yeah, in Kusogrande in general, it's whoever makes the most progress as they can through this. In this specific case, though, this game is a little non-linear. And because of that, it is a score attack. Whoever gets the highest score will be the victor during this match. They have 50 minutes to try to do that. Ornamental Fruitcake fighting this jumping guy. Honestly, when it comes to Kusogrande and when it comes to blind races like this, the first half of the match is often learning what you need to do. Of course, push the game as hard as possible until the game starts pushing you back. And then after that, work on figuring out what you need to do. Second half of the game is really your attempt in order to make your best push through the game. So, that's what the players are doing right now, trying to figure out what this game wants from them. Yeah, Ornamental Fruitcake left that fight and is currently doing a climb. Author Blues has 200 points, but, considering that we've got 6 digits at the bottom, yeah, that's going to change quite a bit.
It's really only 5. They put 6 down there, but there is literally no way to acquire 6
You
digits worth of
can't?
points. Nope, there's an extra digit for no reason. Well, I mean, the reason is this engine was built for a different game, so they had the extra digit. They just shoved it in there anyway.
I mean, that's fair. Also, it probably looks more aesthetically pleasing with the lives and the keys up above to have 6 digits underneath. So,
absolutely.
yeah, that makes sense to me. Hey, design. I'm going to say that was a fine decision.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. So, a little call out about the point system and how this works.
Yes.
Points is also your money. So there are places where you can spend your points to get other things. Mostly it's keys. Again, another reason we gave so many keys out. But if players run out of keys, they will have to find those locations and buy more if they want to continue exploring. So it's a bit of a trade-off.
Yeah. Now, I have beaten Wizards of Warriors. I've beaten Wizards and Warriors 2 Iron Sword, and I used to do speedruns of that game. I have never played this one. So what are some of the main... Oh, someone in the audience has. Do you regret it?
No.
You don't regret it? Yeah. Our audience is saying that it's very different from the first one. Very different experience going into this, but that they genuinely enjoyed it. Of course, when it comes to Kusogrande, there's always going to be arguments. No, this is a good game, and I genuinely like it. And, there are games that sometimes GMs choose that I'm like, I think that's a good, fun game. But honestly, even if there are people who love a game, every game has flaws in some way, and every game is going to have somebody who dislikes it in some regard. I prefer, when choosing games, to have games that are interesting. Look at that pose.
We have our first bit of progress. That is a very, very key thing for progression that Author Blues has just found.
Yeah.
We also see right now that Ornamental Fruitcake is fighting our first boss, our first real boss.
Blows fire.
Clearing this is also going to be required for progression, but we'll see how that goes in a minute. Oh, and that's unfortunate. A death there means that the boss gets full health back, and it's going to be another straightforward fight. This fight is actually pretty tough the way it's scripted out. Unless you know the G strats, it gets very difficult to beat this particular little fire-spitting demon guy.
Yeah. With that said, he doesn't start with full health at the bottom, so it might be a little bit, it might be doable at this point.
I don't quite know why they did this, but instead of scaling up the damage a boss takes, they don't fill the bar fully, so later iterations will have more health. They made some choices.
Yes!
Hey!
Good job, boss down.
We have a first boss clear.
And we've got an auto-scroller?
We have an auto-scroller.
In a... What? In an open world game? I suppose VVVVV has an auto-scroller in it, and it's an open world platformer-ish.
So now that both players have acquired a statue, let's talk about statues.
Okay, statues.
So statues are important for progression. You're going to need to find the bronze, silver, and gold of those statues. So far, we have a bronze statue on Author Blue's side and a silver statue on Ornamental Fruitcake side.
Now, you say there's a bronze statue. I don't see Author Blues having a bronze statue anymore.
Author Blue's already used his bronze statue.
Oh, was it to get into this nightmare?
Yes. So,
whose house has this room?
Okay, we'll just go through it. Author Blues is currently in the First Thieves Guild.
Oh, the Thieves Guild.
This is your challenge to become a thief. which is absolutely key to progressing in the game.
You know, I'm glad that you absolutely look like everybody else. That way you can blend in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, very good thief strats.
So it's
looking like this nerd.
It's gonna be interesting to say the least. I love how to become a thief,
Ooh.
you have to become.
No, door maze. I don't like this.
Door maze.
No, no. Oh, no, Author Blues, no!
Yeah, so in order to become a thief, you have to be a knight. That makes so much sense, right? You'd think they'd give you your toolkit before they ask you to learn how to use your toolkit.
It's complicated. I don't know. Like,
This is the simplest of these, by the way. They get way harder.
why would they put a door maze like that in? I hate door mazes, period.
You played the first. It's a throwback to the original door system in that. They wanted to maintain some core key elements of the original game, and that was one of those things. It's like, oh, you go in a door and it blows up and it moves you somewhere.
Yeah, but it kind of works in the original game.
Yeah, in this, it just makes absolutely no sense. And this is the only place they appear.
Of course. Okay.
So,
Oh!
So
Very
close.
good idea, but unfortunately, Author Blues holding left. You've got momentum in this game, just like in all of the Wizards and Warriors games. I mean, you've got armor. Of course, you've got momentum. You're like a bowling ball here.
yeah, once you get going, you don't stop. Well, you can't stop, but it just takes a little bit of time.
Yeah. Okay, I think Author Blues is probably exploring some different locations to think, what, you know, is it worth trying to do the Thieves Guild over and over again, or should I go do something
Well,
else?
when you fail at the guild challenge, you lose 3 life.
Yeah, so
So-
restoring health may be something that Author
Yeah.
Blues wants to do here. That makes sense to me.
Exactly. There are, in fact, items that are around that do that, but they do only a little bit at a time.
You'll never defeat me.
Yeah, that this fire breathing demon is actually one of the harder bosses in the game. It's not so bad if you know the strats, but it is definitely a thing that can cause problems.
Weedy little man.
It calls you
What's a
weedy
weedy little man?
It's just so weedy. But yeah, so really, it's all about doing, trying to debate the attack and figure out how to get in there and do some damage.
I love that you can stand on the fire. That, like, when you get knocked
you
back.
Can do that? I've never tried jumping in this room because it's always just like you get knocked back and just gonna run at it.
Well, yeah, they've been knocked back onto the fire and just sort of hover in the air for a little bit. So yeah, it definitely has some sort of platform fit. Why? Weird.
There's a lot of jank in this as far as hitboxes, what you can stand on, what you can't, and also just a tiny bit of moon logic.
I kind of like how beefy this enemy is, though. Like, look at
Oh,
the
he's jacked.
biceps.
Absolutely jacked.
Doesn't use them.
Hey!
Hey,
Author Blues has
good
got the
job,
first
Author
step.
Blues.
There we go.
Yeah, now, mind you, because of how non-linear this game is, oh, the pose.
The pose.
Yes. Because of how non-linear this game is, we are going based off of score, and it's going to be very difficult to know how far, or, who is really going to take the victory until probably the last 5 minutes, and even then it could come close between the two.
I will call this out right now. Progression is going to be the easiest way to amass large amounts of points. So focusing on getting more abilities, more classes, all of that is absolutely what you want to do.
Yeah. Oh, Author Blues stood on the guy. That wasn't very nice. You've got so much armor. Why are you standing on people?
On top of that, if you see when he holds the statue up, by the way, he's got like abs built into his armor. Like, I think Kuros is just poured into that armor.
Then again, I've seen like breastplates that specifically look like they have abs.
But it's all like Roman decoration stuff. It's all like early Bronze era kind of stuff.
They could have made it. Abs existed in the Bronze Era. Come on.
Yes, abs existed in the Bronze. This is not about the historicity of abs.
It is now. Yeah.
Oh. This is one of the trickier jumps in one of these. They get a little more I don't know, annoying in the later guild challenges as well, but just keep in mind this is the first challenge it's throwing at you, so this is going to be one of those things that blocks a lot of progress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, ideally at this point, just opening all the doors you can find is the way to go about it, figuring out what you can and can't do. They both seem to have figured out combat to a certain extent. The way combat is done in this is you press the attack button, and then you hit a direction, and it will cause it to attack in that direction. So they went for a really complicated kind of attack style that was supposed to be a lot of variability, but everything is just hit spam anyway, so what's the point?
Yeah, good job. Author Blues made the tricky jump. But what else is coming in the guild?
Now this is
Dagger.
ironically the second hardest boss in the game.
He just pokes.
He pokes. He pokes, but he waits. He
He-
waits and he pokes. Eh.
Oh.
He also
Good,
does a
good.
substantial amount of damage per hit too. So if you get hit too many times, it can cause a lot of problems.
He's just, come on, poke. Poke. Stop it. Come on.
He's just gonna wait.
He's just waiting.
Just-
Why? Why would you do this? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. There we go. Good. Oh no, the
Yeah,
jab.
sometimes he does a longer jab, sometimes it's shorter. It really just depends on a few different things. But I mean, Off is to the point now where if he can get a couple hits in, he can get it. But it's just gonna be a little tense. Just a little-
Yeah, I see Author Blues is trying to bait out the jabs, and definitely a good thing to do if you're able to get enemies to do what you want.
He got it!
There we go.
There we go. Author Blues has cleared the first guild challenge.
Yes, Author Blues is a thief now.
All right, so this is a good time to introduce the class system. This game has a class system.
What?
They introduced the concept of having classes into the game, where they call it Wisdom Warriors, but you're only ever playing as Kuros as a warrior.
Oh, 1,000
Blues.
points. Very nice. And now Author Blues looks like
Yep.
a nerd.
Yeah, he looks
Oh,
like
wait.
a nerd
No,
with
he already did. Okay.
A worse weapon. He runs a little bit faster, and his head floats slightly above his body. If you look close enough, you can see it. You can see,
Ugh.
you can see it clip through the background. But yeah, so what's going to happen now is Author's going to be looking around for ways to utilize that class to get further.
Yeah, it looks like Ornamental Fruitcake is going to the Thieves Guild as well. Very nice. Yeah, this is definitely challenging, and do not worry about failing a few times. It will happen. This guild challenge is not easy peasy. Author Blues looking at this punchy man. Uh-oh. And how, Author Blues, how could you kill an innocent man?
I mean, the guy asked for it. He was coming.
You're a thief.
He was wearing a raincoat.
Oh, okay, a ring. Oh, okay. Yeah, raincoats out of fashion these days.
Exactly. You can't just walk around a village in a raincoat.
Yeah. Oh, straight down into the spikes. Not a huge deal. Ornamental Fruitcake, by the way, I think may have figured out a way. Let me see what happens to the health bar here. Yep. Ornamental Fruitcake has found a way to recharge your health going into the Thieves Guild. Very nice.
It will always refill it when you enter a guild challenge, so you have full health there, but it will restore your original health total when you leave.
Oh, it does, huh?
It's mean. Yeah, so it keeps track of them independently. They wanted to try and make the guild challenges balanced, and then they introduced some really imbalancing factors in the guild challenges.
No, it.
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
you're right. You're right. Oh my gosh.
It takes away 3 every time you fall. This is exactly why I was like, let's give some extra lives, because these guild challenges can be incredibly brutal.
You know what? I'm actually really curious. I'm like, Author Blues is fighting this dude, sure, but I want to see what happens if Ornamental Fruitcake does take enough damage to die and then leaves the Thieves Guild. I think you'll probably just drop dead when you do that.
Yep, that's exactly what happens. Yeah, you're gonna.
I still want to see it, though.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You're gonna run out of time for that. So, we are 15 minutes.
Yeah. Very nice. 15 minutes in. We still have 35 minutes remaining. This is a high score attempt, and finishing the guild challenge was definitely a good way for Author Blues to score 1,000 points.
And we
Ornamental
see-
Fruitcake taking another loss in the Thieves Guild. Not a huge deal. You're going to die every once in a while. You're gonna take damage. Important thing is early on learning what this game wants from you.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
after that, like, I think that once you know the order progression, where you need to go and what to do, you can rack up points pretty quickly, even if you get a full game over.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Once you figure out what you can do and where you can go, some of the incidental points, like exploring the town and finding little bumps here and there, are not going to be as quick to get, because you still got to go there and do the things. But some of the major progression you can pick back up again and run through really quickly.
Now, Author Blues keeps trying to attack this guy's knees, but I don't think it's doing anything.
Don't think it's working.
Oh,
Again, this game has just a tiny bit of moon logic about it. There are certain things that are not going to be as straightforward to kind of discover. And I highly encourage both of our competitors to really just explore with what they've got, use the tools they can to try and, even if it doesn't make the most outward sense to try, just give it a shot, because anything can work in this game.
Oh, yeah.
They tried to figure out ways to be clever, and it turns out it's just less clever than they wanted it to be.
Well, it seems like they were being very ambitious with this game. I mean, the first game, it's a little bit of an exploration game, although it's fairly linear when it comes to the levels that you go through. Second game, more exploration within levels, more hidden areas and such. Wait, the guy's just sleeping?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So Office found a way to get past that. We're not going to mention exactly how right now because, again, progression. But yes, there is a way to bypass that particular enemy.
That was hilarious.
Yep. And now it looks like Office found the Wizards Guild.
I think Ornamental Fruitcake did walk outside and died. So that's okay. Full health. We've got one more life that Ornamental Fruitcake is trying to go with. Now, I assume that the extra life that's down at the bottom is an extra life rather than the final life that Ornamental Fruitcake is on. Yeah.
You will go down
oh,
to
that
0 life.
pose for the thief. Oh my gosh.
And Office
beautiful.
found his next statue.
We've got another statue. This is much more of a classic Iron Sword Wizards of Warriors 2 area, although there were plenty of areas like this in the first game as well.
Ah, yes, the little goober guy. That guy is kind of a jerk. Let's go throw it out there. Little
Yep.
goobery guy.
I mean, nom nom nom.
Yeah. I heard that from the audience, I know.
Nom 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 nom.
Doing a little
I'm gonna eat
dance. Look at that dancing from Oth. I enjoy it.
Okay.
Guys just singing, you're dancing. Best friends.
I'm gonna say goobery guy's got some really good little guy energy.
Yeah.
Little guy.
I mean,
It's a little guy.
I'd keep one in my house.
Little guy choppy boy.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to the first Wizards Guild where you get to do the most horrifying thing of climbing the wizard's beard.
The wizard's, that's a beard?
Look at the wizard when you go into the next area. You'll see what it is. Look at his beard color, look at his robe color. And then we go into the next section. Look at the sides and look at the center. You're climbing his beard.
I guess.
Now, this is one of the things that is maybe one of the worst parts of this game. The hitboxes to land on those are terrible.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
There are a lot of problems with it. They're slippery. There are times where it'll eat your jump inputs. These platforms are not friends to anybody.
Oh!
And that is one death for Off.
Bleh. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Kuros kind of deserves it every once in a while. I mean,
if there's anything this game teaches you, is Kuros is not a good dude.
yeah, you become a thief, you climb a beard. Like, who does that?
Engage in non-consensual polyamory. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, ornamental fruitcake. Yeah, that jump is extremely difficult, and because of momentum in this game, like, even in the other games, momentum was an issue. It looks like one problem with the platforming in this is that if you're in the air and you flip horizontally when you turn around, like, your feet aren't exactly placed where you expect them to be.
Exactly, and this is very, very finicky and precise. So, like, if you have air control to an extent, you can do a little bit of back and forth, but it's really just going to keep carrying you pretty far. So you got to kind of figure out when you have to start pulling back in order to prevent going over. And yeah, the hitboxes on those, because they are so jank, it's really precise to land directly on things.
Okay, we are getting higher up in the beard. Good. Oh, wait.
Also
Did that have, like, ceiling?
It cancels momentum if you clip the side of it.
Why?
Oh, it looks like Ornamental Fruitcake is one of the main strategies for that fight, which is just get low and stab. And that's just the easiest way to do it. Is you get in there, and if you time it right,
yes, look at
and
that.
you get the right distance, so
Perfect.
Yeah, that's excellent. That is fantastic. So it's like Ornamental Fruitcake now has become a thief, and the score gets just that much closer. So yeah, we're gonna see a little bit of stuff happen from here. You can also spend points to buy health at the bar, but it's expensive. It is way too expensive to really utilize as a mainline strategy.
Now, we do keep track of the high score. If points are spent, we are still counting. Like, if Author Blues went and got some beverages, I assume that 1900 is the current best, and we would be counting that
Yes.
as the high watermark.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm gonna, 1 second, let me just set up a thing real quick. But yeah, so I mean, that's the core concept is we're gonna try as best we can to keep track of those scores, make sure the highest historical score. Yeah, look, perfect. Yeah, so if we do see some points spent, we can definitely mark that down. So
Yes, so Author Blues had a high score
Yeah,
of 1900.
it's
Wait,
170 points for 1 bar.
for
of health.
1 bar of health?
So, well, it's that at this bar.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, you end up spending all of your points, and then you're like, well, I realized that I maybe shouldn't have done that. You know, there is always the chance. Players are welcome to, if they get a game over, start over again. If they feel that resetting makes sense, they are welcome to do that. But it is their judgment calls, and it is not mine. I honestly do not know what would be best. Probably, I would probably keep playing. You know,
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Just to keep going on through it.
yeah, considering that you've got a limited number of lives anyway, and there is a possibility of a game over. But once you know the different areas that have happened, they go pretty quickly. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw how fast Ornamental Fruitcake got to the Wizards Guild here and died.
Indeed.
My gosh, it's the beard. The beard, terrifying.
Yes. Just from a casual playthrough when I was a kid, this was the first major stopping block. I unfortunately beat this game as a child, which not the easiest thing to do.
Ooh. Now, one thing about Wizards and Warriors, at least the earlier games, if you hold jump, you keep jumping.
Yes.
And is that true in this game as well?
Yes. If you hold the button longer, you will jump higher.
No, I mean like when you land, if you just hold jump,
Yes.
do you auto jump?
It will auto jump you if you hold the button.
Okay, and that is probably why this beard climb is a little bit harder, because you do, like, if you do hold jump in order to get to a higher platform and you land on it, you're probably gonna auto jump from that. Yeah, it's the curse of Commodore 64 games and Atari games, and luckily they brought it to the NES as well. Ooh, okay, good climbs. Ooh, fall. That's okay. It's Ornamental Fruitcake is on his last life, but again, a game over is not the end of the match. There is plenty of a possibility to get back into this if Ornamental Fruitcake does get a game over.
It's
Now,
still early.
oh yeah, we've got time. I think we're almost halfway through the match, and getting through the first half, or the first parts that we have seen so far, the players know where to go. The players know the tricks of the Thieves Guild. You know, 1 or 2 attempts, they'll be able to get through it again if they get a game over.
There's a beautiful recovery from Ornamental Fruitcake on that one.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a tricky jump. I'm just going to leave it at that. But this jump itself is quite tricky.
I mean, you're dealing with platform cycles and trying to figure out when is the best time to jump.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's just
no!
not very clear.
Oh, my heart! Rex Ronin, save me!
Office has made some pretty huge progress. So it is currently a race up the beard. And I am so happy I got to say that on screen.
Whee! My gosh!
Those platforms are smaller than they seem, especially when you're falling. It's impossible to land on them. They're just, you can't tell where they're going to be in their cycle. It just gets really hard.
Moving platforms with smaller hitboxes than you expect, you know, that's not great.
This gets harder.
Yeah, so here's the deal. I would say that I can understand arguments for this game being good. I can also understand why people may be very angry at it.
Truly unforgiving in its design.
Oh, yeah.
And like I mentioned, early in the game, you can soft lock. You don't have any keys. You have to basically find the money to buy a couple keys and then open the right doors.
Oh,
Because
the
some
jump!
doors-
Good job, Ornamental Fruitcake, but can... Oh, the auto jump almost... Oh, no! Oh, auto jump, auto jump. Oh,
Oh, there you go. Auto jump can, in fact, save you sometimes. I've used it in certain instances, specifically in one of the later fights, which we're definitely not going to get to for this run because it's very deep in. That auto jump can definitely save you.
Oh, no! All the way back down, and you hit so hard you turned into a bearded man.
We're either going to see a clear of the Wizards Guild or we are going to see the first game over.
Yeah,
So let's watch with bated breath.
I'm excited. Okay.
Oh, and that would be Ornamental Fruitcake's game over.
That is okay. Plenty of time to get back into this. Oh, no.
If you would be so kind
Look at
as
the
to,
king's face. I love him. Ah!
If you would be so kind as to reload
Yeah, just push.
and push start.
Yes.
There you go. We're back. All right, so Ornamental Fruitcake is restarting, but now with the knowledge of the last run,
What
it should
is
be
this
really quick to
platform that
catch up.
Oth is on? What is this?
It's bad. That's what it is.
I don't... no, I don't like this.
This one moves pretty quick. It moves at double speed from the other ones because it's got such a large arc.
Ooh,
It's fast.
good mini hop.
There we go. And that's really the core, is figuring out what kind of jump you have to do where. And now this is unironically one of the hardest jumps in the game. This next platform is incredibly difficult.
I believe it.
It's what separates the players from... Oh,
Whoa!
you got it!
First try! That's what I'm talking about. Are you a wizard?
You're fighting a wizard statue.
Uh-oh. Okay.
This wizard statue is not... That's how you do it right there.
Yeah, just do a little dance.
It's not quite as bad as the thief statue. It does have the same kind of thing, but like if you line yourself up right, you can kind of get at it without really being super in the hit zone, as it were.
Yeah, this seems pretty dope. Oh, frogs!
Oh
No!
yes.
Oh, we're on to the frog
Would be
section
Very
here.
careful around those. They do have knockback. It doesn't do it that often. But
Okay.
those things do have tons of knockback.
And there we go.
There we
Author
go.
Blues is through the Mages Guild.
Author Blues has unlocked our second class. Author Blues is now a level 1 wizard.
Yeah.
That confers several major benefits and several major drawbacks. We're
1,000 points.
gonna see some fun with this one. So yeah, the weapon acts very differently for this.
Oh, you're the character from Loom now. Yay.
It's very Loom. Very
Yeah,
much so.
Author Blues was also thinking Loom. I think, you know,
That's too
they chose a
straightforward
good game
for,
to borrow from. Or a Final Fantasy Black Mage, you know.
Oh, but yeah, it's exactly.
Get to dance with this guy.
Author's doing the exact thing that everyone would expect to do. They've got their new power. Let's use it against something we know to be an enemy, and we'll see how that plays out.
Well, Author Blues left pretty quickly, which honestly I would as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that guy
Yeah.
doesn't like mages.
Oh, he hates mages. Well, he's tasked with keeping people from going to the underworld and from coming out of the underworld. He's the ultimate gatekeeper in this sense.
Good, good. Well, I mean, at least he's doing his job.
So I mean, now we've got just more progress needs to be made by utilizing new class stuff.
Now, we are at that point where I need Superstar Sage if you're here. Do I have your hand? And Miranda Dragon. Are you here, Miranda? Okay, we will go ahead and give probably a few more minutes and we'll see if Miranda shows up. Otherwise, yeah, we should be good.
Yep.
We are 30 minutes into the match. Man with baseball cap hates wizards. Oh no.
There are some very serious class issues with this game, in that they hate wizards. Anyone who's not from the underworld hates wizards. But they're totally fine with thieves. But guess what? People in the underworld, they hate thieves.
Oh, I know those fire projectiles. Those are the bane of my existence in some of the earlier games.
I will say the fire staff does do some pretty substantial damage. It's a great weapon. But yeah, this is all just figuring out what you can destroy, what you can harm with some fire. Anything.
Whee!
Yeah. They tend to be pretty clear about what they're calling out as the challenge, but they aren't very clear as to how you're supposed to solve the challenge. So it's no secret at this point that when you see something flashing, it's probably something related to a class challenge.
Yeah, Author Blue's currently climbing up several of these buildings. Ornamental Fruitcake is on Thieves Guild again. The thing is, he already knows how to get through there because he did it on the previous continue, and because of that, I don't expect this to take too many tries. Ornamental Fruitcake can really get back into this, and if he manages to do this and the Mages Guild, that'll be very close to Author Blues' score.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that there's plenty of hope here. Ooh!
that was close.
Yeah, like as soon as you know the strat, you can do it, and Ornamental Fruitcake really showing the skill here, but can he manage to line himself up? Yep. Oh, almost. That's okay, that's okay. Knife Man, kind of a nerd.
That dog is big mad at off right now. Dogs apparently also know what wizards look like, and are also,
I think the dog
little
kills
classes.
everybody.
So the enemies, I'll say this now since we've kind of explored the whole aggro mechanic. All right, got the
Very
the
nice.
guild cleared again.
And I
Nice.
believe that was a first try on the new continue. That was a very good job.
So enemies will not attack you if they are happy with who you are. In this case, if you are a thief in the middle section, they won't attack you. If you're a wizard, in the underworld, they won't attack you. That kind of thing. So the idea is to sort of expand upon that and sort of what the. Oh yeah, that's the other statue. Yeah. So the core concept being that when you're exploring these certain areas, you just gotta be careful about certain things, figure out what you can do. But yeah, getting the wizard statue and doing the next guild challenge is gonna set you up for the next bit of
It's
progression.
weird that there's like no challenge getting the wizard statue. It's just there.
Yeah, they kind of didn't really work through that too hard.
Yeah, where like the earlier Wizards and Warriors games, especially Iron Sword, every key item that you went and got was a significant challenge to go and get. That you just had to go to the right a little bit.
Yeah, and they expected the door mechanic was really going to be a big thing. That figuring out where to get keys and using them and what's
Ooh.
worth spending and not spending.
Oh, falling down, that's okay, Ornamental Fruitcake. The Mages Guild is very difficult. Wizards Guild, whatever. Wizards are mages.
Wizards,
Don't at me.
Interchangeable, doesn't matter. But yeah, so this particular guild challenge is one of the major blocks of this game. Once you can get through that, you kind of understand how the mechanism works. They get harder, but they don't really change that much. And you'll all see that when we get to any of the later guild challenges. Assuming we do see that. And we still have time, though, so it's entirely possible.
Oh, yeah.
So we see Off doing what you kind of expect to do, which is trying to find ways to get into new other buildings, get different parts of the city. And that's just kind of where you're expecting to get. You gotta find some way to bypass certain things. Get up further, get to different parts where you haven't been before. The core exploration game. And this game tries to fancy itself. It's almost Metroidvania-like in a way, in a sense, but not really as clean cut and definitely not as obvious as to what does what.
Yeah, Ornamental Fruitcake has one more shot before taking a death, which I believe is the first death of this continue, so that is fine. Oh,
Huge benefit.
okay, Miranda Dragon, are you here? Perfect. In that case, if our next two players can go ahead and come over here to my left, as well as our GM, we will get you sorted out for the next game. What is that guy doing? And Off, oh my gosh, Off is juggling him. Oh, he had no shot. Oh.
I've never seen that spinning motion like that before. You can't get enemies stuck in things. You can push them around a little bit. They'll just move with you unless they're aggroed on you. So
Yeah.
at this point, it's just waiting for people to find that path forward. Yeah, Ornamental Fruitcake is making some progress in the guild challenge. That's incredibly important.
Good.
Yeah, this jump is also just
It's
terrible.
nightmarish.
All those
Oh, good save there.
Landing square on a platform is key. Like, you kind of have to sort of just aim straight for the middle. If you hit those edges, you're going down. Just slide off the sides, or it'll eat your jump inputs, or there's something that'll cause problems.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, meanwhile, Author Blues is actually on his last life, which Getting a game over this far into a match, it would be a reasonable setback, but I think he could still catch up and get points back again.
Yeah.
Remember, we are going based off of the high score that the players get, so even if Author Blues did get a game over, that would set the high water mark at currently 2720. Ornamental Fruitcake, though, could get an easy 1,000 points getting through, well, quote-unquote easy. It is the Wizards Guild. Everything's made of butter. Wizards really like butter.
And also with Auth Squirts, it's good to remember, Auth also spent 340 points on food, so that would also be added to the total. So it's actually 3,040?
Oh, you are
360.
counting that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're keeping any money that is spent, any points that are spent, we're still going to add those back at the end then.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought that they were just gone too
No,
bad.
I mean, we can do it that way too, but I think that having a...
No, however it was decided before starting, that's how you go with it. We'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
So, perfect.
So we'll keep track of purchases that do happen.
Okay. Oh, the fast platform causing Ornamental Fruitcake to fall to the bottom. We saw that happen multiple times with Author Blues. That's just the reality of this game. That's how things go. Oh, Author Blues trying to poke a window.
Yep, there are certain windows that are certain colors, and that could be an indication of something, that could not be an indication of something. All a matter of figuring out what tools you have at your disposal.
Well, that's great. That's fantastic. What if you're colorblind?
Yeah, that's not a thing they thought about.
Well, I'm colorblind.
Oh no.
With that said, I don't think that would help me with figuring out this window.
Nah.
Yeah. I'm not that colorblind. Like, I can tell that it's different. It's a weird little window here. Can Author Blues torch the window? Looks like the window might not be flammable. Maybe it is. I don't know.
The window says no.
Window says no.
Window says no.
What a window. Okay, Ornamental Fruitcake trying to jump on this next platform, but again, kind of is landing on it a little bit and slipping off like, it's almost like the edges have invisible slopes.
It's essentially that. Yeah, you really just can't
Whee!
rip an edge.
No!
And, I mean, you know, based on some of the earlier games in the series, that they are brutal about what is or isn't considered a slope.
Oh,
Once you
yeah.
get on those things. I mean, the first stage of Iron Sword has a ton of slopes that are just absolutely brutal.
Yeah, all of the precision platforming, and then
Auth has found the progression.
Ooh, very nice.
Yes, that is just incredible logic. Again, we'll refrain from actually saying what that was directly, obviously, to not.
I didn't actually see it, so I couldn't say.
Oh, you'll see it eventually. I guarantee it.
Okay.
Yeah. So now progression has been made to a further in the city section, which is where you want to go. It's definitely useful to have that.
Meanwhile,
It's just
plates
another-
are falling from the ceiling?
I think those are roof tiles.
Roof
but
tiles?
inside.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have, like, a good A-frame inside. I don't know.
Good old dilapidated houses.
Yeah.
You will find there are a lot of these buildings that have sort of progression stops for little extra exploration points.
Yeah, you still were able to get a few extra points going in there, but as far as I can tell, Auth isn't able to jump up there. I see multiple chimneys, though, and I would be curious if they do anything, but I'm absolutely not sure. It looks like there's more to do outside.
It's all a matter of you poking around, figuring what you get access to, and it's really the diversity of toolkit that really makes the challenge for this.
Who builds houses like this, like where you can't even go upstairs?
Where it's all stacked.
Yeah.
And the town, just the actual layout of the town is just beyond absurd. They wanted a verticality, but they decided that they were going to do verticality as though it were normal.
Yeah. The third deadly tower says
Yep.
viewers. Yeah, thank you.
All right, so now it's just more exploration, more trying to find stuff and buy more of that progression stuff. So we've seen a pattern thus far. You find a statue, you find a guild, you beat the guild challenge, you find a that process varies.
Okay, that's okay.
Those bags are actually worth a substantial number of points as well. They're a pretty good find. All point system, this entire point system is very tight in that you can't just generate points out of nothing.
Okay.
There is no renewable source of points in the game. They are all finite. Oh!
Oh,
good
nice save. Oh no!
Oh!
No!
Oh no!
No!
That is a cascading failure, and that has happened so many times in the history of this game. That has happened to everybody, where you think you recover and then you just immediately down.
This game stresses me out so much.
Oh, it should. It absolutely should.
Oh! No!
It should
Oh!
be said there are a couple of points during the fall that you can kind of just hope for the best and line up with, and it looks like Ornamental Fruitcake has figured that out.
Yeah, honestly, it's getting much more consistent, and each attempt is a little bit closer to being successful. So, like, yeah. I hear a ghost. What is that sound in this room?
I wish I knew.
Maybe it's a violin.
It's
That's okay. I kind of like the ghosty sounds in this room. It's very nice. Ooh, Author Blues in the Mario 3 room.
Ah, yes. Author Blues has found our third section. And it's full of a bunch of posh people.
There are more ghosts in this room. Okay, everybody, tournament room is haunted, yo. Okay. Ornamental Fruitcake managing to save from the fall. Very nice. Not that time. That's okay. It happens. Happens to the best of us.
So we've got further exploration into the third section. It is, again, very, very much large verticality in this game. Almost everything is set up for verticality. So rather than going left or right, like you're going to be going up
The
and down.
ghosts are getting louder. What is going on?
Like a chorus. Who's singing in here? We got like a barbershop quartet somewhere?
Okay, ghosts, keep singing. I love this. Oh, Author Blues falling down. This game has fall damage, right?
Author Lou's got what I like to colloquially refer to as being pursed. She just swings her handbag at you and knocks you back. But yeah, the enemies in here, while they may look like just some fancy upper-class posh people, they will attack you. They are not above attacking people.
Ooh. That's what I'm hearing the entire time, and I love it. Oh,
They
no! Oh, Author Blue's getting kicked out of the bar. Welcome to what happens in Iron Sword as well. They really like grabbing you and throwing you out of places. Do they
Author's
like
not
wizards?
posh enough.
Yeah. Are you posh as a wizard?
We'll have to see.
Okay, what does the barkeeper think?
Oh, he's trying. There
Oh! Wee!
Like,
Whoop.
get on out.
At least he doesn't hurt you. That's nice.
Nah, he's just like, get out. You know you're not.
I love the Wizards and Warrior or the Iron Sword music that's like do 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 do. Oh, good. Oh, yay.
All right, so that's another bartender. There are 6 of those in the game. Author's found.
Ornamental Fruitcake is onto the fight.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, Ornamental Fruitcake has gotten to the boss. That is important.
Yeah.
About to find out how punishing this fight can be if you get hit in the wrong series, wrong sequence.
Maybe.
But it looks like he's about to get it.
Yes!
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you play.
We
That
now have
you
these-
keep pushing, you keep trying until you do it. That is 1,000 solid points that you're going to be getting here. Fantastic job.
We now have a second winner.
Oh my gosh.
Second wizard.
That was nice little spears just
are now-
coming out of the ether.
We're
Okay.
45 minutes in.
Yes. 5 minutes left. There is a little time for all of the players to rack up points. Now, we usually don't tell people in normal tournaments how far they are compared to each other. Technically, they can see, each other's screens a little bit, but they're focusing on their own, and I'd rather not have them looking at each other's screens anyway. So I don't like to say too much like who is ahead and behind. But with that said, you know, what they're doing right now is gauging individually what can I do during this last 5 minutes to really get some last points before moving on. Ornamental Fruitcake going back into the underworld because that guy was being rude.
And now's the time for big plays. We'll say that much.
Oh yeah, it's like if you have lives, you can go ahead and burn through them. That's fine.
Yeah, this is the time for experimenting, figuring out what you can and can't do. Turns out they've got a lot of innkeepers up in this section of town.
I mean, it's so hard to get up there. You gotta have inns.
Oh yeah,
you know?
you gotta have a place.
I'm not going back home. Like, I'm gonna stay up here for a while. It took a lot of work. There were a lot of spears. There were a lot
jumping.
Yeah,
You
a
gotta
lot
have
of
great
jumping.
calves for
Oh
this.
my gosh.
All right, so we found the Knights Guild. Now, one might assume that Kuros was a knight, but they would be wrong. He's not seen as a knight in the eyes of Pied Up, the town we're currently in, that has a bunch of guilds for some reason and its own king. I'm not going to question that.
Let me see.
So let's see if our knight Kuros can become a knight.
You know, fun little thing. Let me pull up the manual for the original game, number 1. Okay. It says Kuros is famous for fighting evil. His thrice blessed weapon, Brightsword, is a legend of its own. Does it call him a knight ever?
I don't know if it calls him a knight. But he's a warrior. That's the titular warrior, because we don't have a warrior's guild, it's a knight's guild. So maybe he's just a warrior, and now they're gonna like make him a fully fledged knight and give him like actual knighthood. Maybe that's
Fine. Well,
it's fine.
yeah, with that said, you have to get a statue again. I guess statues, everybody wants a statue.
They all love their statues.
How come you can't become like an artisan, you know, a crafter? That would be much more helpful in this world.
Because someone else already made the statues.
I want to make the statues. I want them to be my statues. I'm going to make them look like me or look like giant butts and give them out to people, and then you have a statue of a butt. That's cool. The Butt Guild? Oh my gosh.
I
No.
desperately want to make a mod for this game now that just replaces all the statues with butts.
With butts. Yeah, anybody want to join the Butt Guild? Come on, yeah.
Join this specific type of butt guild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point now, it's all just about finding that progression. But this is pretty much as far as I expected that people would get in this game. It casually a playthrough takes, if you're familiar with the era and you know the kind of things that this game might expect, I'd say it takes 4 to 5 hours.
Okay.
But in this case, yeah, they made progression pretty quickly. Finding certain things, there's just a lot to explore. There's some stuff that's pretty deeply hidden.
We are into the final minute of the match. The players are just trying to get any final points they can. Ooh, is that a lady?
That is in fact a lady. That's
Ooh,
how you get
hi,
pursed.
lady. You get cursed?
Pursed.
Oh, pursed.
As in smacked with a purse.
Oh, she smacks you with a
She's
purse?
just like,
Well, that's not very nice.
I know that's mean.
Yeah.
Super mean.
Okay, Ornamental Fruitcake currently fighting this boss, and it doesn't look like fire works too well against this guy. I mean, he is fire elemental, so maybe that makes sense.
I've him with the fire staff before.
Yeah.
Just stick with the, and I haven't also played it casually in a long time. But
Doo-doo-doo.
use the
Doo-doo-doo.
fastest routes. The speedrun of this game, the fastest version of the speedrun is 18 minutes.
And that is time! Congratulations, players! And with a current score of 3920 plus the points that Author Blues spent eating food, Author Blues is our victor today. Ornamental Fruitcake with a fantastic 2240. Great job to both of the players. Now, Ornamental Fruitcake, I gotta ask, feel free to grab the mic. Like, what are your thoughts of this game? How do you feel about this experience?
That was about as painful as watching me play it.
Oh, no, it wasn't painful at all to watch. I want to play this now.
Very much a casual gamer. Have never done anything like this before. So
You know, I'm glad that you came and joined, though. You know, everybody starts somewhere, and with a blind tournament, especially when it comes to quote unquote bad video games, you never know how you're gonna do. Go ahead and give it a shot, try it out. If you do great, then it's a happy surprise, and if you don't, then that is expected. And the best part is you no longer have to play our bad games. Yeah, you are officially freed. So thank you so much for coming and joining. Author Blues, what about you? How do you feel about this game?
It's better than the other Wizards and Warriors.
That is a
incredible.
hot take. Better than the others.
I like the exploration.
It's cool.
The other Wizards and Warriors games are just sort of climb to the top.
Okay, Author Blues is correct. The other ones don't have as much exploration. And because of that, the non-linear nature, I do like the idea of exploring. I think that the other ones have better jams, in my opinion. Like the
Hear the music.
if you
Music's
couldn't hear the
great.
music, Author Blues, I don't think it's as good as the other games. But if you really dig the exploration and like the physics of the other games somehow, then you might enjoy Wizards and Warriors 3. Well, let's go ahead and see. Ornamental Fruitcake, are you streaming these days? Or if not, are you playing any games that you're loving? Anything you want to plug?
no streaming. Started the Indiana Jones game on Xbox Pass. So that was pretty fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to check that one out. I think I saw Video Game Donkey do a video, and it made me laugh a lot. That was a great one. Yeah, so Indiana Jones, new game on Xbox Game Pass. What about you, Author Blues? Do you happen to stream at all? What are you doing?
I'm at GDQ, so no.
You're at GDQ, so you don't stream? Okay, yeah.
I stream too much.
What runs do you have going on at GDQ this year?
I'm doing Nintendo World Championships NES Edition.
Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. I'm really excited to see that. I saw a little bit of your practice, and that's going to be a lot of fun. When is that?
Friday at 3.
Friday at 3. So everybody feel free to watch that. Kuso Live will be done by then, so you do not have an excuse. Well, at least from me. Well, perfect. Thank you both so much. And Grey Goo Glitch, thank you for giving the game out. Will, have anything that you want to plug real quick before?
I just stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/GreyGooglitch.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Let's have a quick break, and we will come back with our third game of the day. Three, two, one. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kuso Live at AGDQ 2025. My name is Brosentia, and we've got our third GM of the day, Seth Hyland here. Hello, Seth.
How's it going, bro?
Oh, going great. I loved Bongo. Thank you so much for taking over for me yesterday. I hope that you enjoyed that game.
Oh, it's like for someone seeing Bongo for the very first time, it was very enjoyable. We kind of ended up like writing our own script for the game's story as we went along, and it just got more convoluted as the runs went on.
Oh, understandable. Of course, this game is a little bit pre-scripted. We've got Superstar Sage and Miranda Dragon going up against each other in Tiny Toon Adventures, Montana's Movie Madness. Is that the full title?
That is indeed the full title.
Okay, thank you, Konami, for bringing this to us today. So, players, are you both ready? Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Double thumbs up.
Perfect.
Let's do this.
In that case, let's go ahead. I will give a countdown. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck, players, and have fun. Or don't, that's completely optional. Hello. So, tell me a little bit about what's going on. What is this game?
So, Konami released a series of Tiny Toon Adventures games throughout like multiple different consoles from NES, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, before the titles eventually went over towards Treasure eventually. They're wide of range in goodness and badness. You've got some real bangers like the original Tiny Toons Adventures, the Super Nintendo one, and the Genesis one. And then you got the questionable ones, which would include Tiny Toon Adventures 2, Trouble in Wacky World Land on the NES, and this one that our good friends are currently playing.
Oh, I love. Oh, never mind. In the How I Spent My Summer Vacation movie, it was Happy World Land
Yes.
they went to.
Yeah.
Is that what the game is based on?
The second one on the NES is not based on Happy World Land. It's like a different theme park altogether that like Montana Max takes over. But this
okay,
one is all
gotcha.
based off like Montana Max taking over like a movie theater and like forcing everyone to watch really bad movies that he's self-inserted himself into.
Okay.
So Buster jumps into like the silver screen to put it into like Montana Max's schemes and like ruin his directorial debut.
Gotcha. Well, it looks like Miranda Dragon is doing some thing. I'll eat 5 carrots. Okay.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So throughout each of the stages, you'll find Godo Dodo.
Okay.
Easily one of my favorite wacky characters, like the person who is like in charge of like Wacky World Land in like general.
He's fine.
Oh, he's completely bonkers, and I love him for it.
He's okay.
He is hidden throughout all the stages, and it's definitely encouraged to locate him. Because the roulette wheel is the only way to get your hit points back.
Ah, gotcha. It did say I'll eat 5 carrots. What does that mean?
So every single character does something different. Dizzy Devil eats 5 of your carrots. You collect carrots. If you get a certain amount of carrots, you get an extra, like, continue.
So that's bad.
Yes, so they want to try to avoid getting the 4 corners, otherwise they're just losing carrots.
Okay, you win an extra 100 points.
Yeah, so Fifi will just give you flat-out points. And that's all Fifi does.
Okay. Are points useful in this game? Actually, that might be something that the players need to discover themselves, but that's something I'm keeping in mind. Why? Because a lot of the games that we have in Kusogrande end up having limited continues and limited lives. Getting extra lives can be helpful for trying to make solid progress. That said, it looks like Superstar Stage is on to the next level and has learned to run.
Yes. Running is great. It's running. We want to run. We don't want to go slow. However, with running, Buster's physics does slightly change, and there's a lot of times in this game it's not really advantageous to run, just because of the amount of stuff this game throws at you.
Yeah, I was gonna say there were some jumps earlier on in level 1 that look like they're impossible without taking damage, and usually that's an indication, hey, there is a run function somewhere built into the game, because you should, in a well-designed platformer, you should generally be able to get through the levels without taking damage, or it's built in a way where you can recover health immediately after places and before places where you have to take damage.
Yes.
Yes.
Just once again, the downside of this game, and one of the main reasons why I have nominated it for this bracket, is just the fact that there are no health pickups. The only way to recover health is through the roulette wheel.
Gotcha.
That is the only way to recover health. Which is really troublesome because stage 1 is...
Okay, I love that. What a wonderful squish animation for Miranda Dragon. It might happen again in a little bit unless she can get through it. There she goes into the cave.
Yeah, I love the animations in this game. Like, Konami, with all of their Tiny Toons games, manages to perfectly capture the spirit of the cartoon show, and it shows through, like, all of, like, Buster's animations. No matter which game you're playing, the animations on Buster are fantastic. The animations on the enemies, the bosses, I love the animation job that they've done here on all of their Tiny Toons games.
Yeah, there we go. Using a continue, that is completely fine, especially early on in a game. Death happens. You're probably going to see at least 1 full game over is what I would expect, what we're seeing here. Maybe 2 full game overs from the players. You never really know. Just with a game over this early on, before I think even the 5-minute mark,
Yeah, and
we're gonna see play.
We're going to be seeing plenty later on. But I mean, especially with a platformer, getting a game over is not a bad thing. You can take all that knowledge you learned from like your previous attempts.
Oh no! Superstar Sage!
Getting squished.
I love it so much. You're just like a little pancake.
But yeah, you can like take all that knowledge you gained from like your previous runs and apply it so you can try to get further and further with like not taking damage or knowing exactly what to avoid or the pitfalls you should be avoiding in the process. Superstar also picking up on a very useful trick that you will need to utilize. Not so much in level 1, but for later stages, Superstar, keep that in mind.
I will say Miranda Dragon has learned how to run, so that is a good step forward. Very nice. Just to explain, how does running happen? I believe it's probably just tap left or tap right twice.
Yeah, it's a double tap and you immediately dash.
Yeah, so one thing for a lot of platformers, if there's not a dedicated run button, there may be double tap. Why do I say this? Hey, everybody, if you remember, the person who created GDQ, Maiku Yama, lost a match because he couldn't figure out how to run in one of the games, and it was a double tap.
So I do stand corrected. Dashing is different in this game. I know.
Okay.
You have to press down, and then you press the direction you want to go.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, it's...
Okay. Oh no, we've got Montana Max.
As a rootin', tootin', shootin' cowboy.
Yeah, who, honestly, I don't like the name Montana Max. Like, yeah, Yosemite Sam. Obviously, every character in Tiny Toons is referencing Looney Tunes. It's just Montana is so boring. Have you ever been there?
I have not been to Montana.
Do you know why? It's so boring.
Because there's just nothing.
There's nothing. No. I'm enjoying this auto-scroller, although it's a little different from, this looks like an auto-scroller fight where the level is scrolling rather than, to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. The western stage is clear. Montana Max has been killed. That is very sad. We will have a nice funeral for him.
He shall be missed. Just hats off for Montana.
Yeah, everybody, let's promptly forget about the state of Montana and move on. Miranda Dragon trying to avoid the boulders. Very good movement here. The difficulty here is that it's very easy to accidentally backtrack like you saw right there and get hit by a boulder. Plucky, meanwhile, trying to block this basketball by Superstar Sage. Let's see. Oh, no! What a block.
I'll say Superstar is on to the first bonus game. As you progress through the game, you get new bonus games based off some of the different characters in the show.
This looks like Tiger Electronics, I gotta be honest.
Honestly, it is. It is very much a Tiger Electronics game.
Goal? It's not a goal. You're not scoring goals. No.
But
Konami.
But you do the things with the ball and the sports. The touchdowns, right?
This is so stupid. It's not. You can do better next time. Uh-oh. Yeah, get eaten. No, come on, bird. Get him.
Look, Sweetie just wants to have fun. That's all she wants to do.
Sweetie. Oh, my gosh.
So, congratulations, Miranda. You have found out what Plucky Duck does. On our lovely, lovely roulette wheel.
What does Plucky do?
So Plucky, as soon as I can pull up my
You've got so many notes. You came prepared.
I did come prepared.
I love it.
So basically, Plucky gives you back all of your health.
Oh, very nice.
And
Plucky.
that is the only spot on the board that does so.
Yeah, so Plucky, a very important part of the roulette wheel. And wheel as in a square, the roulette square.
It's a roulette square of crushed dreams and hopes.
Yeah, you might lose carrots, you might get full health, you never really know. We're on to, it's Samurai Saga, I think is what they called this.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and find out if Konami knows the difference between China and Japan. They should.
I mean, you would hope so.
Yeah, at the same time, I know, there are so many games that just combine everything together. Like, if there are any ninjas, and no. If there are ninjas, that's fine. Samurai were in Japan. Yeah, I
No, samurai ninjas were in the same
Okay.
the same locale.
Yeah. But also, I could see Konami playing it like to be a little bit ironic, just because they know that Tiny Toons is a comedy show for children. You know, it's possible that they could slap multiple things together in order to make a little inherent comedy. But the thing is, people in the US absolutely wouldn't understand that it's being played for laughs. At least back when this game came out. Like, the 80s and 90s, we weren't exactly on top of understanding the difference between countries.
It was a different time.
Yeah.
It was a very, very different time in multimedia.
Okay, avoiding the fire from the dragons, killing skunks.
As well as going for the all-important go-do-do-do.
Go-go-do.
Yeah, start saying that 5 times fast.
Yeah, you want to hear me slaughter the English language? I do it without your help, okay? And I've got a master's in English, and I still murder the language. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what Superstar Sage gets out of this. And we have got
And Mrs. Fifi.
B number one.
Yep.
What would that be?
So Shirley gives the player temporary invincibility.
Ooh, that's actually pretty helpful with that jump right there.
And Miranda, unfortunately, getting our first game over of the run. And this game, unfortunately, does have limited continues. There is no password system. And you have to go all the way back to the very beginning once you run out of your 2 continues.
With that said, every once in a while, people playing in Kusogrande opt to take an early full game over because they know there is limited time in the match. They know that they will probably go back to the beginning of the game. So if you are a decent way into a match and you get a game over, it sometimes is worth just starting over because you don't lose the knowledge that you've already gained about how the game works. You know, or at least you might be able to remember some of the layout of the levels. We judge based off of the high water mark, not the water that you're seeing on the screen. I apologize for the visible flashing there, and I would recommend...
We get a flashing warning.
Yeah, especially for the future, for any VOD that gets uploaded, we would want to give a warning about flashing there. Or even if it's just in the title or in the description, a little bit of a warning would be helpful. But yeah, be aware that if both of the feeds do have a water section on it, that could be an issue. So if you are sensitive, feel free to avert your eyes on occasion.
Thankfully, it's just like 2 screens on the Samurai stage that has this water flashing.
Okay, so if there are 2... if they are both on the Samurai screen, then you may want to be a little bit wary. Well, okay, cool. It looks like Miranda is getting through these Western levels pretty quickly. I like that there's just Montana's face on the mountain. What? Like, this is Monument Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I've been there plenty of times. Yeah, it looks just like this. I had to dodge all those boulders. Holy crap.
Oh, actually,
One time I got turned into a pancake.
I mean, isn't that what happens anytime you go into the valley?
Yeah.
It's just
every
always
time.
expected you're going to get hit by a boulder. At
Well,
least that's
yeah,
what cartoons taught me.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the cartoons aren't very accurate when they depict the Wild West, except for, like, the towns. There were a lot of gunfights. There was a lot of brutality in the Wild West.
I
Like,
don't know. I think Roadrunner and Coyote accurately depicts Death Valley incredibly well.
yeah, how boring it is, except for like animals trying to survive. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait. Are you from Death Valley? 15 minutes. Okay, just FYI, we are 15 minutes into the match. 35 minutes remain. The players are making good progress. Superstar Sage onto the Samurai level. Miranda Dragon
Is actually about to fight the first Montana boss fight.
very nice. Now, again, we are judging based off of the best progression that any player makes during the course of the 50 minutes that they get to play. So even if they do get a game over, which Miranda did, that was still a high watermark before. Unfortunately, Miranda dying and losing, I believe, the health upgrade. No, it's still 4 hearts.
Yep, so the health upgrade will stay until you fully game over.
So, wait, where did you get the health upgrade?
So Miranda got the other good space on the Godo Dodo roulette board, which is Babs Bunny.
Oh.
If you get Babs, you get an extra heart added to your overall hit points.
Yeah, that is good luck. That's not going to be the determining factor, I think, in the match, but it will definitely be helpful for this set of this set of lives that Miranda is using right now.
Yeah, if you can learn the timing on the roulette board, like a good strategy going in is your first Godo Dodo is to go ahead and get that 4th heart container, and then just focus on getting your health up, like your health restores as you're going through the stage. But Miranda has cleared our cowboy section.
Very
Western
nice.
stage has been cleared by Miranda.
Pretty quick. Very nice job there. The Superstar just kicking the skunk in the face in order to stun it enough to bypass. Oh, watch out, Miranda. You've got, what's her name? Elvira? Elmira, sorry. Because I was thinking the Elmira song, which was based off of the Elvira song. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Y'all know. If you've seen the cartoon, you know that song. I hate this cat. This worm is so ugly.
Oh, the bookworm?
Yeah, what a nerd. Okay, Plucky, Titan for Tiger Electronics. Bam.
So the minigame is very important for runs like this. If you are able to beat the minigame, which in this case is score 3 baskets in 30 seconds, you will score an extra continue.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that is pretty important, but also seems extremely difficult just because of his movements.
When I stream this game, there is a very certain timing you can trick Plucky into moving a certain direction, and you can almost guarantee a basket every single shot if you know what to do.
Gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately, the players are learning on the fly, so they don't really have the luxury of spending too much time on that. They just have to adapt on the fly. If they manage to figure out the timing, great, and if not, then they just have to live without that continue.
Superstar's already made it past the water room and onto a section with platforms that unfortunately drop underneath you if you stand on them too long like that.
Oh!
And that is a game over for Superstar. So Superstar is going all the way back to the Western stage.
Was that a tiny bit more progress than Miranda? I think they were very close to each other how far they made it into the Samurai stage.
So Superstar has made definitely more progress than Miranda. I believe Miranda just started the Samurai stage. So Superstar got past the first water room.
Gotcha. Yeah, Miranda, though, is currently on the Samurai stage, and I don't believe she has used a continue, which means that she has a pretty good chance of having a new personal best during this attempt. Yeah. Now, one main difference, obviously, we are at a speedrunning marathon, and a lot of what you see on the stage is extremely practiced. People have put hundreds of hours, sometimes, 1,000+ hours into the game. These players have put 0 hours into this game, and they have no idea what's going on. In fact, we require that people do not know the game when they hop into the matches here. Why? Because it's a very different experience trying to learn on the fly. How do you make consistent but fast progress? How do you manage to keep going in a game? It's a very different set of skills, and sometimes there are speedrunners who do not do very well here. Sometimes there are people who cannot, or who really don't speedrun, I either don't have the patience or just prefer not to, who do really well in blind races. It's just a very different type of skill set in order to learn on the fly. I know that Jay Hobbs and Kusogrande would sometimes do what they called improvised races on the hoptics, and that's what we've got going on here. They're improvising what they are doing here. Oh no, the carrots! No, Superstar Sage lost the carrots! That's okay, carrots are kind of trash anyway. Yeah, I know. I've got the hot takes here. Look, when I was a kid, whenever I saw bug, I don't know why, but I imagined that carrots tasted like chicken and a biscuit. You know those crackers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought the carrots tasted like that, but then I ate raw carrots. I'm like, this isn't what they taste like at all. These kind of taste like a plant. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna say.
Also, carrots make my mouth itch. Yeah, I've got. I think it's a minor pollen allergy. I don't, but you know, if I suddenly puff up into a big ball, I'll go
Okay.
see a doctor about that.
Superstar, what did you do, my friend? You
You
found the level selects?
what?
I don't know how you did that, but congrats. Because I noticed the last attempt you started in hard mode.
What?
Okay, hang on.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kusogrande, where occasionally we have people break the game, and that's always a lot of fun. We'll see what we're able to figure it out. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay, it looks like everything is sorted out. Yeah, Seth, can you give us the lowdown? What happened?
So if you hit everything at once on the title screen, it actually unlocks the ability to play the bonus rounds, which allows you to get practice so you can rack up those continues when you do it for realsies. But more importantly, why I was very confused on Superstar's last attempt was he only had
Two
two
hearts.
hearts because he
Yeah.
accidentally went into hard mode. And you access hard mode by holding A, then pressing start on the title screen. Not only does it default you to 2 hearts, but all the Montana boss battles, he'll have 6.
Are you serious? Okay, okay. Well, does the... I assume the manual might tell you how to do hard mode, but that...
No, it's actually it's
It's secret?
it's secret until you beat the game. When it's a very traditional Game Boy or Nintendo game where it goes, if you're up for the even greater challenge, try doing this, and it's like, oh yeah, I definitely should do that.
Yeah. Well, I just love that, we accidentally did hard mode. Fantastic.
I mean, truth be told, they're already kind of playing hard mode.
Yeah, this game seems a little bit brutal. I mean, it's not the roller coaster from NES Tiny Toons, but
It's not, but here's the thing. If you did not grow up in the 90s, Blockbuster was a very popular place. It was a very magical land where you could go and pick up games and VHS tapes off the shelves and take them home for like $5 for like 3 days. And it was yours for that limited time. It was a great way to test out multiple games. But game companies didn't like this because the games were too easy. You could spend $5 and beat a game within a weekend. So game companies were very incentivized to try to make their games harder.
yeah.
That is the case with Montana's movie Madness. The Japanese release of the game, way easier. A lot of the pitfalls that we are experiencing in the US release are covered. A lot of the falling paper lanterns have been moved, enemy placement's completely different, and stage 3 is radically changed to be harder on the US release.
Yeah, I will say that when it comes to difficulty between Japan and the US, it often depended on what company was making the game. And also what genre. A lot of the times RPGs were thought to be too difficult for a US audience, so they would make them easier. But in some cases like this game and Konami, you're absolutely right. The rental industry often incentivized companies to make that level.
Yeah.
And by that level, I mean the level that makes it so that you're not going to beat it in a weekend. And that will either, if you like the game, you're more likely to purchase the game. If you don't necessarily love the game, it'll give you more reason to rent the game again. And if you don't like the game, you're not going to buy it.
Right.
Yeah.
So like what Miranda was doing, what she was up to on like the first bit of the samurai stage, you have to do a running jump in order to make that platform. In the Japanese version, that gap has been considerably shortened to a standard hop.
Really?
I got, when I streamed this, I got so fed up with stage 3, I decided to try the Japanese release just to see if it did something different, because I'm used to the Tiny Toons games giving like unlimited continues for like the Japanese releases, or at least have a password system. And then we kind of sat there and realized everything that changed for the easier, and my rage levels kept going up and up, because it was very much a, why is this so easy? What do you mean we got the harder release? You mean I was tearing my hair out for nothing? I could have been doing this version? What's going on?
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, Plucky, stop it. I like that when he closes his eyes, it just looks like his pupils squish. Like they're no eyelids. It's just weird pupils.
What are eyelids?
They're not pupils. I'll tell you that. They're flaps of flesh. Ew. Never mind. I'm not saying that again.
Is
Ugh.
that
Flesh
something
flaps.
Rex Ronin would operate on?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, he was not into like cosmetic surgery. He was into solving cancer, which, I mean, GDQ, we're here for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Even though we are not directly contributing to the mainstream here, I like that we're able to provide some on-site entertainment, make people suffer. It's good stuff. And, you know, I hope that people who come and play do donate. I asked people who played in qualifiers to donate $10, but again, not required at all. But it's something that, like, I like to encourage people whenever they're able to donate. So, yeah, with that said, I love that we're able to have this tournament here. It's been a lot of fun. Speaking of that, we're just about at the time for us to do the game out for the the handout for the final game of the day. So I'm gonna do a quick check to see if our next players are in the room. That would be Alara and Lizstar. Lizstar is here. Alara, are you here? Okay.
Also, Miranda's making some amazing progress. She's already found some couple areas that you're able to simply like run off the edge and like skip some platforming sections. But now we're on to the deadly water screen.
Oh, that water.
The timing is stupidly tight for like the water section, and if you just get like about waist high, I believe it instantly kills you.
Rabbits can swim. I know this. Okay?
Buster can't?
Probably.
I mean, he can in the shows, but this is video game land. Rules are different.
Yeah, like Batman for Game Boy.
Oh.
Batman dies in water. Like every. Ooh,
Superstar. I'm just gonna like that. That was a beautiful save, by the way. Nearly skidding yourself off the edge and just saving it at the last moment. Bravo.
It's like if you don't die and just take a hit of damage, you take that. Health is a resource in video games. Oh, Miranda, fantastic job there. What a save.
Beautiful.
Oh. Okay, well, we might actually be getting close. Oh, we're into the part that Superstar Sage did die in this area here.
I was about to say, this is the screen that Superstar died on. Superstar did make a small bit more progress than Miranda right now, but Miranda has the ability to actually take the lead if she can progress slightly further than Superstar on this screen.
Ooh, beautiful jumps. Oh, and riding the fan all the way across. Here Miranda goes. What a strat. Oh, I love that. And
Actually, that damage
What?
saved
What?
her. And yeah, Miranda's
that
officially
is
in the lead.
Miranda moves into the lead with that move. Absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh.
So Miranda is actually on the last screen of this stage before the boss fight. So Miranda has a chance to.
Oh no, the lantern!
potentially- Yeah, this is a trollish screen between the flying lanterns, very precise jumping, and it kind of all leads up to a very annoying boss fight.
She is on her last life and her last hit point as well. So this is pretty stressful. Here we go into the boss, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. One more screen.
Oh, what? Never mind. Not into the boss yet. And that's okay. I believe that's her first. Nope.
No.
Back to the beginning. That's okay. She knows how the earlier levels go, and because it's Game Boy, the levels are relatively short. So I need to request Alara and Liz Star, please come over to the side, and our GM for game number 4. I would also welcome you over here.
So we have spent 30 minutes. We got 20 minutes remaining. Competitors, 20 minutes to try to make more progress. Miranda, you got
You
this.
don't have to duck. Stop ducking, okay?
There's a perfectly good pathway behind you guys.
There is also the ramp. Whatever. You're good. You're good.
We made it work. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and sort it out. Jeff is your
Okay, everybody. The players are angry at me for the next match. That's fine. They can deal with it. Well, here we go. The Superstar stage is doing the climb here. I believe this may...
I say Superstar has officially retaken the lead with this small amount of progress.
Oh,
Yup.
Oh, you could do it. Oh, yeah.
Please, recover.
Do it. Yeah. What a save. Well, never mind.
Well, it was good until it wasn't, but it was still good. So kudos for juggling those platforms.
Oh my gosh.
This is honestly the worst part of the entire stage.
I thought you were going to say the entire game. I'm like,
no.
Wow, impressive.
I'm secretly hoping Superstar Miranda can make it to World 3 because we haven't seen the worst this game has yet to offer.
I mean, there's still time.
There is time. Once again, World 3 was where I rage quit and switched to the easier Japanese version.
Ooh, very nice high jump. Yeah, if you're running, you do get more vertical movement.
And that is the main tech for the US release especially. World 1 was a very soft introduction into the game. World 2 is the difficulty just ramps up where you have to be consistent with those high and super jumps. Otherwise, you're not making progress. Superstar, I'm just going to say this. Best of luck.
I am Kabuki Max! Oh no, taste the snack of my powerful frog. The snack of my powerful frog, that's right. What is the frog snack? I know bug snacks, I don't know frog snacks. Well, okay. Yeah, how dare you, Montana Max? Oh, yeah. No!
I'm an angry frog.
So I think that was, their first continue. So
not bad.
Good news, you get to do the entire stage over again.
No. Why would you do this to us, Konami?
So hopefully you remember the tech and you remember certain things, and you got this.
Okay. I'm just seeing the players for the next match walk away a little angry, but that's okay. Yeah.
Oh, that means it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a very good time coming up next.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Superstar stage trying to get under some lanterns. Sorry, I think I know what the shenanigans are coming up. That's fine. Dashing under the lanterns works so that you do not get hit by them as they fall. Miranda already onto the boss. Cowboy Max, like I said, it's like it doesn't take very long to get through these levels.
Once you understand the stage, you know where the hazards are, you know what's expected of you, you can knock out these stages relatively quickly.
Yeah, I like that the first boss fight, he's actually giving you warnings. If you fall off the horses, you'll get hurt.
I mean, at least Max is being
level 2, he's like, taste the snack of my frog.
Honestly, the level 2 boss just sounds like something.
Oh, no! Oh! Double KO, and the win goes to Montana Max, unfortunately. Last live here, that is fine. I mean, Cowboy Max, I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, taste the snack of my powerful frog sounds like something that like Rita Repulsa would say in Power Rangers.
Oh my gosh, she would! Oh, I love her. Ooh, a good fan hops by Superstar Sage.
Taste my powerful frog snacks.
The snack of my powerful frog. Just the grammar, like it's correct. It's just weird.
Miranda
Montana
taking out Cowboy Max and moving on to the bonus stage.
Very nice there, Miranda, getting back into this. Again, I think that we've got hope for a comeback. Like, she knows how most of the samurai showed, out of whatever this level's called,
Yes.
Samurai Land. Miranda knows how it goes.
Oh,
Unfortunately, Superstar
Superstar.
drowning. Very fast drowning, like faster than Sonic. Holy cow.
Yeah, so Miranda's got a really good opportunity. If she can figure out like the trick to this bonus stage, she can score those 3 points and get herself a much needed extra continue to assist with further progress within stage 2.
The jukes by Miranda.
That
Very
is
nice.
a very good touchdown with the checkmate
Goal.
and the sports ball. I'm saying it right, yeah?
No.
Oh, okay, we're two.
Oh, two.
10 seconds
Okay.
left on the shot clock. Can she get that third basket?
Go! Lucky has been defeated. The moral victory achieved. Everyone continue. I'm a nerdy little worm. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And Bookworm does not get chased by Sweetie if you win the minigame. So Bookworm lives to see another day.
Honestly, I don't care. I don't like that worm.
Still, Miranda now has a very, very powerful opportunity at her beck and call with that extra continue. That extra continue can go a long way, especially with how tricky stage 2 is.
Yeah, we are starting to get a little bit close on time, so that's very helpful. Also, getting the continue saves time because you don't have to wait through the entire minigame. It's worth doing if you are able.
So right now, Superstar is going back up again the castle, trying to refight Shogun Max, I think is what he was named.
Kabuki Max.
Kabuki Max.
Yeah.
Even though he's not wearing any like proper like Kabuki theater attire, but you know what? It's fine. It's
Considering
localization.
It's comedy. He's a comedic character. It works.
Superstar definitely mastering these chained long jumps with the dashing and super jumps.
Yeah, avoiding the fan that flies up off of the lanterns. That is something that can easily make you take damage and also stun you a little bit. So
I can't tell you the amount of times I've been stun locked by one of those fan blades and just fallen to my death thanks to the wonky hitboxes that thing can give.
Okay, everybody. You ready for? Well, I guess we're skipping that dialogue.
We're gonna skip the frog.
I guess it's too important to fight a frog. Oh, Kabuki Max, how dare you? That's fine. No, you sometimes got to get greedy, you know? It might end up with death, but considering that Superstar Sage did not go in with a full health bar, it's not the biggest deal to die there.
Almost
that was like
stage.
faux coyote time.
Going for the damage abuse strats.
I mean, yeah, if you've got iframes going for that. Oh, I think this will do it.
That would do it.
Kabuki Max is down. Superstar Stage is on to level 3. Absolutely fantastic job there. I love it, Seth.
But first and foremost, Superstar.
Yeah.
Are you ready for another sports game?
Yeah. No. Do you also score goals in this one?
You do, actually.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh no, Elmira! She just loves rabbits. I don't even know. In time for tongue worm. I'm a dumb little worm. Me. No, I shouldn't make fun of him. He's nice.
So,
he's a good guy.
I really don't think this is a very fair tug of war contest because you're going against Arnold. So, you know,
Oh yeah, I'm dog. I pull rope.
also with, you know, shark-infested waters underneath, you know, completely normal for a tug of war tournament.
Don't get eaten by the shark.
Wow, that was actually
really good.
better. That was better than average. Okay, I like my impressions are usually like, "Hey, I'm Arnold. How you doing?"
I say Superstar picking up on the tag.
Oh, no.
No issue. Beating tug of
Yeah,
war.
very nice.
Not the shark.
Very nice job. Goal.
All right. So Superstar, I'm happy. I am impressed. Best of luck.
The future flick. Okay, enjoy pain.
All I'm going to say is if you're a fan of Volt Kraken, you'll feel right at home.
Don't know what that is. Oh, it got all dark. Ooh, scary. Ooh, JK, it's the future.
So, welcome to Futureland. We've gone right to the Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney's territory. You can see the people
What?
mover in the background.
how did Superstar take damage?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm biding my time right now.
Is it the spiky things on the head?
Yeah, so
What?
every enemy has some type of like throwable object, and Superstar just had the worst luck of
Like
not,
that right there?
Yeah, you have to hit them square on the head. If you touch the antennae, it's just gone.
Why? Why?
Oh, but it gets better.
I don't like that.
It gets better.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but wait, there is indeed more. We've got so now they can fly.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
And Superstar's already found like the best tech to go up against the flying ones, and that's
Okay.
just kick them in the face as they come near you.
I mean, yeah, jump kick. You got to jump kicks. Okay.
I say it's intelligently going for
oh,
go do
no,
do do.
Miranda. That's fine. That's fine.
I actually really like the little jingle that plays when you land on go do 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 because it's go do 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 go do do do.
I like
And
that.
getting the very important bab, so you now have 4 hearts.
Oh my gosh.
So congrats, you have 2 now.
Yeah, and with no extra lives, like.
Oh, and now you need to do precision platforming while kicking people in the face.
Oh no.
But
why?
wait.
Why is the game like that? No, stop it.
No,
go away.
it's
go away,
going
go away.
to get better.
No, no,
No, it's
it
going
won't.
to get infinitely better.
That's not right.
No, it is very right.
Okay, tell me.
Well, we're actually about to see it. I hope you enjoy Turbo Tunnels.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the single worst thing I have ever experienced in a Tiny Toon side-scrolling. This is the main reason why I rage quit and went over to the Japanese version. It seems slower,
Do it. Okay.
but the physics are very wonky, where you have to time your jumps correctly on the ramps, and then the speed increases. And then there are walls you can crash into, and other fun stuff.
Okay.
The Japanese version, honestly, there's nowhere near as many pitfalls, and that turbo tunnel section gets a lot worse. It's very reminiscent of Volt Kraken stage from Mega Man X5. So anyone who enjoys the side-scrolling bike sections from Mega Man X, it's gonna feel right at home. Well, now you get to relive it again and again and again. Until you run out of lives and you're forced back to go all the way up to the Wild West stage and then wonder where the life choices have brought you up to this point to then suffer and cry when you get back to World 3 all over again.
So, do they take that part out of the Japanese version, or
It's still in the Japanese version.
it's playable?
It's playable.
Okay.
There are nowhere near as many bottomless pits in the Japanese version. There's a lot more easy platforming to manage. Even this section that Superstar is currently on, you don't have to do running jumps constantly. You can do normal jumps, and they don't have as many flying enemies in your way.
Ooh, 10 carats is the present for
And you get like the best character, Furball, because he's cute and clumsy, and you get 10 carats from the adorable Goof.
I gotta be honest, Furball's pretty cool. Oh no, Miranda! It's okay, that happens. Sometimes you try to jump on a fan and The fan is like a boomerang. It just doesn't happen.
It just has some of the, oh, good, cool, Superstar, congrats. You get to relive this again.
Okay, let's go ahead and watch your nightmares. Whee! Oh my gosh. Well, it looks like we've got 5 minutes
remaining.
Indeed.
This honestly might be the most progress we're going to see.
Yeah, I think so. Like, Miranda with a very fast boogie and a quick max kill could potentially get close to this, but it's gonna be very difficult.
So I just want everyone to focus on Superstar's screen, because now we get to the second portion.
Of course, there's part 2. What? No? Okay.
Yeah, and now you really need to be good with your ramp jumping, and sometimes you just don't want to take the ramps because the ramps are actually fake.
What is what? No. No. No.
Ah,
Ah!
there we go. Yeah.
Why? Why? Look, Seth's not the monster. Konami's the monster. I suppose they made this game. Okay.
They made it once again for the rental market. We got the rental market version of the game.
Yeah,
Japanese version of this, infinitely more playable.
How many?
And
What?
there you go!
What?
So yeah, you can actually, crash on the wall and it's an instant death, and then you get to go again, and then you burn through your continues, and then it's the Wild West stage again, and you wonder why we didn't have a password system. It's great! Yeah, it's fantastic. I love this game.
Oh.
I am so glad we got people on stage 3. If it wasn't for the difficulty curve in stage 2, stage 3 is what really puts this into Kuso
I
territory.
don't like this. I don't like this.
Honestly, that does make everything better, is just kicking the rats in the face.
It's true.
It's very therapeutic, and you can just take out all your frustration on these cyborgs.
For all of you Ronin fans out there, I apologize, but, you gotta do it. You gotta do it to win.
So I will say this, it gets worse after the turbo tunnel section.
I mean,
Because then you're forced to go on moving platforms with electric floors and ceilings and walls with some blind jumps due to the lateral and horizontal movement, and then the boss fight.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you don't have to spoil that. If people want to experience that themselves, they definitely can. Yeah, I'm sure you've won over tons of people.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I do think this game is fun for the first 2 stages. And if you do get roadblocked in World 3, there is no shame in switching versions if you want to see the rest of the game.
Mind you, part of
No,
this,
I don't.
part of this, like, when it comes to video games, there are often games that, you enjoyed as a kid. And I believe there are probably going to be some people who watch this VOD who think, yeah, I enjoyed this. Like, I played this as a kid. I loved it. And that means that you were a child who had no sense of taste.
No, it's okay. I had
but also, nostalgia does a lot to make us have fond memories. And also, you are allowed to enjoy things that other people might not like. And even if this part is brutally difficult, unfair, and made specifically to make you die and cry, that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the game. Like what you like, play what you play, and
I would much honestly rather play the football stage on the Super Nintendo Tiny Toons game than touch this turbo tunnel section.
I mean, that stage wasn't very hard.
It's difficult for me, so I'm just...
Well, do you know how football works?
Okay, 1 minute left. We are in the final stretch here. Let's see. No! Okay.
I am rooting for you to get past this one section.
I
really know you can do it
as well. And I haven't been given Miranda love. She has been playing. It takes a lot to know that, the other person is on to the next stage, and to just keep going and keep trying your best. Seriously, she is doing an amazing job here.
Miranda has been doing a fantastic job. She has been taking every single stage head on. She did a fantastic job, like figuring out like one of the secrets for the plucky like mini game. So Miranda, I love her so much. She's doing phenomenal with this jank of a time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, can Superstar Sage do the... No! No! And that's
time.
That is time,
as well as the
everybody.
game over. Seriously, everybody, please, one more round of applause for Miranda Dragon and Superstar.
Yes, Superstar takes the win. Miranda gets freedom from Tiny Toons.
I see.
Honestly,
I about to say,
Yes.
Miranda, you're the real winner today.
yeah, Miranda, actually, feel free to bring the microphone a little bit closer. What are your thoughts about this game? I want to hear, like, sum it up just really briefly. How do you feel about this?
I hate it. I played worse.
You
but
played worse,
yeah.
but you hate
You
this?
made me play Tarzan for the SNES, so.
Oh,
that
that's
that
true.
Weird unreleased one, that was way worse. So.
Oh, okay,
But
okay, so...
There's kind of a game here.
Okay, there's a game here. That's good.
I'm about to say, if you want to like give this game a fair, honest shot, I recommend play the Japanese version. It is
Kind of curious.
yeah, it is way fairer than what we got here in the States.
And also, I recommend if you do the States version, feel free to use the level select. Okay, like
It doesn't really. It's just for the mini games.
fine, whatever. Okay, don't use the level select since it's just for the mini games.
Play it on hard mode.
No, don't do that. Okay, but yeah, the Japanese version, in which case it might be more accessible. So yeah, I am interested in seeing what else this game has in store. It's interesting to me. But yeah, fantastic. What about you, Superstar Stage? What are your feelings about this?
Hold A for 1 second, then slide to the left, and maybe it'll work. Maybe I'll get through that segment again. That was a good game. I actually enjoyed it. The kicking and the hitboxes and whatnot were actually decent. There were a few things where like, I didn't deserve that, but I think that's part of the game in its own right. Just like,
Yeah, and like just because there are some bad things about it doesn't mean that other things weren't done well. Like Konami is a good company and they've done some phenomenal work, and this has flaws, but there are definitely good elements to it, and which I love. So Miranda Dragon, do you stream? If not, have any games that you're playing these days? Anything you want to plug?
I've been meaning to get back into streaming, but we'll see how that goes. I think I'm going to become a bongo streamer.
Yeah, bongo.
Let's go. Good idea. But yeah,
Yeah, offline, playing anything that you love?
starting to get into Caves of Cud.
Which one?
Caves of Cud.
Oh, Caves of Cud. I am getting close to finishing the 1.0 release. It is my probably favorite roguelike of all time. I love Caves of Cud. Absolutely.
Real good.
Yeah. What about you, Superstar Sage? Streaming these days? If not, do you have anything going on that people should know about, or any games that you're loving?
No, don't really stream, but I got to the last dungeon of Metaphor Refantasio, and I couldn't finish it for GDQ, and I'm having a fit over it. So that's the first thing that's getting cleared when I get back.
Well,
As you should.
unfortunately, you have to play more of my games before you do that.
Oh,
so
yes. I'm
good
looking forward to it.
job
I'm excited.
today. Oh, yeah.
I'm stoked.
Perfect. Again, give them a round of applause. We'll get set up for the last match of the day. Go grab some water, use the restroom, and be right back, everybody. Three, two, one. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the final match of Tuesday for Kuso Live at AGDQ 2024. Whatever, I'll just clap for myself. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, again, we've got a wonderful grand prize. NPC just showed up. Waterworld Laserdisc. Ooh. Second place is going to be getting a bootleg handheld console that I'm getting from the CVS machine downstairs. And we've also got a wonderful third place prize, a calendar of extremely accurate birds. This one has a nice bud on it. So I hope you enjoy your bird calendar, whoever takes third place. Now, we've got Liz Star and Alara. Our GM is Jeff, who is giving out, you're going to say the name of this game because I'm not saying it.
This is Ice Age Adventure 2.
Ice Age.
Oh, you want me to say that? Bing Yuan Li Xian Ji 2.
Okay, perfect. Are you both ready? Okay,
They're not ready.
perfect. They're not ready,
That
so we're
doesn't
starting
matter.
in 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, everybody, welcome to your worst nightmare. You got Jeffed.
Oh.
Yeah, so Jeff, talk to me about what we have here.
We have a Chinese bootleg made by a company called Syntax, and it is a approximation of a video game. It actually has pretty simple mechanics. There's not a lot to say about how it works. You can swipe enemies and turn them into ice blocks. I don't know exactly how that works. And you can jump. And and
Liz Star has
Liz
figured
has
out a key mechanic that
key mechanic.
it looks like Alara figured that out as well.
yeah, so we can say it now. You can double jump once you are holding an ice block.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool mechanic that I'm not sure I've seen other games do, but I'm not saying it's well implemented, but...
Yes, this game takes a little influence from Klonoa.
From what?
Klonoa?
Oh, Klonoa. Might you say it might be a bootleg of Klonoa?
No, it's...
Oh, okay.
This is definitely an original.
Gotcha, gotcha.
No, they didn't steal any of the music at all from anything.
Yeah, the music is original. If you enjoy Stage 1 music, you will enjoy Stage 2 music even more. And you'll probably fall asleep.
So this is a little bit of a Kuso classic.
Yes.
I gave it out in Kusogrande 4, and Sharif loved it so much that he decided to speedrun it, and then it was in Big Bad Gameathon.
Mm-hmm. Sharif, by the way, is running Who Shot Johnny Rock in Awful Block this year at GDQ. Yeah, he did speedruns of this game, and speedruns might be a little generous. You'll see what happens in a little bit. But yeah, this game is certainly an experience, and I don't know who would play this more than for a blind video game tournament, because I absolutely would not revisit this ever. Ever. I love how there's just this guy with a gun shooting Sid the Sloth during the Ice Age. Look at that booty shake. There we go. Alara through Stage 1, and welcome to Stage 2, which, okay, I guess it was Stage 3, 1-3
Yes,
that I'm thinking of.
1-3 is where it gets fun.
Okay.
But
No-
we have our protagonist here is a sloth, because who needs a hedgehog that goes fast when you can have a sloth?
Well, it's Sid the Sloth. Have you seen the movie Ice Age?
No.
What? You haven't seen Ice Age? And you're giving out an Ice Age game?
You know this. I mentioned that last time I gave this out.
Right, because I remember things that happened years ago. I don't even remember what happened yesterday, Jeff.
Well,
I'm having a hard time.
I rewatched the VOD of the Kusogrande 4 match, so I could have everything.
Oh, to prep.
To prep, yes. There's a lot that goes into
no. I don't know. I don't want to know what I said back in the day. It is, yeah, because we're currently on the 8th main tournament, so that was halfway through the tournaments. Oh my gosh, that was ages ago.
You said you loved the game.
I mean, yeah, I hate it, but I also kind of love this. I love, is the squirrel named Scrat? I believe it's Scrat. Okay, Scrat's got the nut.
So the nut gives you health?
Okay.
You made a joke about that. Just letting you know.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm probably not making that joke here then. Okay, there are dangerous spikes. Yeah, please forgive me for anything that Jeff says here, GDQ. I'm just asking that. Liz Star is at the end of the stage, but is backtracking a little bit. And it looks like Liz may be restarting. Okay, that is... Players are completely fine to do that. whenever they would like. Honestly, there's a lot that goes into racing, trying to make judgment calls like, is this something that I need? Like, should I restart? Should I keep going? Is it worth risking what happens if I get a game over, you know? And this is early enough that a restart I don't think is going to affect very much, even if the game is generous with continues or brutal with continues, it's gonna be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's gonna be okay. Trust us.
Oh no, Sid, when he dies, he waves a little white flag. Oh. I would say, like, yeah, he looks a little silly, but these aren't the worst animations that I've seen in Game Boy Color. And it's not the worst frame rate that I've seen on Game Boy Color either.
I mean, sure, that's not a high bar, but this game has a lot of lag in it. And one of the things that Sharif talked about when he did the speed run is there's a lot of lag reduction strats, but anytime there's more than a couple things on the screen, it does really affect your gameplay in later levels.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, because you did originally give that booty jig. Yeah, good job, Lizstar, through level 1 onto level 1-2. I'm trying to remember, because you do a lot of hunting to find obscure games. I don't think this is the most obscure game that you have found, oddly, but like, do you happen to remember how you came across this, or was it just through website hunting in order to find this this Chinese bootleg?
No, this was actually in a completely legal pack of ROMs that I had, and I had asked a few other people I know if they had played it. They also had this game in their packs, but for whatever reason, nobody touched it. And so I said, this is... you know, I went through quite a lot of things, and thought this was among the real gems to give out for Kusogrande.
Okay, Alara has learned that those red orbs can be used. Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much because Liz hasn't quite made it to them, but it's a little bit tricky to figure out exactly what you have to do in order to make them work, but they do work.
It is tricky to figure out, and when I first gave this game out, there were not any walkthroughs or complete plays at all on YouTube, so people were sort of really going from scratch, and when Sharif started speedrunning it, he had to figure out exactly what to do for the whole game without any real guidance.
There we go. Alara through 1-2. Very nice. 1-3. Welcome to the rest of your life.
Yes. Enjoy.
Hey, we have possibly the world's slowest auto-scroller. Oh my gosh.
So this is what makes the game real Kuso material.
Yeah, as soon as you hear the music when Lizstar gets to this level, you will know the meaning of joy, because it's special.
Yes. The last time we had this, the players spent 45 minutes on this stage. So, just saying, if y'all don't get too far, you're in good company.
Don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad. This game is bad. Kusogrande, your quality is going to vary. There are games that are kind of good but have bad elements. There are games that are really weird but genuinely fun. There are games that Jeff gives out. Like, the whole spectrum here.
I mean, a lot of the games I give out I think are fun. This game I find a little tedious.
Even Jeff doesn't like this game. What the crap?
In part because the auto scroller is so slow, and there are no checkpoints in it.
Music time. Let's see if you can hear it.
If you're like 3 minutes into the auto scroller and you die, you get to play that again.
It's so sleepy sounding. Like you just want to take a nap during the auto scroller. They want you to sleep on purpose? Sure, yeah. Honestly, I need some sleep. Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, one of the things that makes this really hard is grabbing onto those red pegs, because you have like a triangle jump, which is not atypical for Kuso games and particularly bootleg material, but that's distracting. Don't show
I'm
that right
sorry,
now.
I'm looking at the extremely accurate birds. Oh my gosh, that butt.
I am not responsible for anything Versentia says.
Thank you. I've got ADHD. Come on, I gotta look at the butts. Okay.
I don't think that's how that works.
Shut up. Okay. Like, this is better than the auto-scroller. I gotta be honest.
I'm sorry, that calendar is more interesting than Kusogrande.
I know, I'm literally running. I'm sorry, everybody
And you're only
watching
up to
this VOD,
June.
but I don't care about this game enough to watch it.
Versentia, you're not supposed to say that out loud.
That is one hot body or bald eagle. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, no, everything is actually appropriate. It's fine. Like, there are just a lot of legs on these birds. Wow. Okay, so what's happening in the game, Jeff, as I go through this calendar? real
We
quick?
still have a very slow auto-scroller,
Okay.
and that's going to continue to be the case for a very long time. There are actually 4 of these auto-scroller levels in the game. And this is the best one.
Yeah, this is the easiest one.
This is the easiest one, has the best music.
I think they all have this music, don't they?
No, this is the next one has music that got some special commentary.
Oh, I'm so glad I forget a lot of things. Like, honestly, I repress memories of games that Jeff gives out, and like, it's like experiencing pain all over again. It's just perfect.
So we have in Kusogrande sometimes this thing called recurring nightmares, and that's what Versentia has with this game.
Yeah, that round specifically, when we have the main tournament, we bring back games that have been in Kusogrande before, usually somewhat recently, just because, you know, occasionally we have games that show up that it's like, that was so funny, let's do it again, Sam. Play it again, Sam. You know? That's not the line.
No, I
the
was just
movie,
about
but-
to say that, well, actually, Versentia.
I know, I have seen Casablanca. However, Ernest says play it again, Sam, so that is in a movie. It's just an Ernest movie, not Casablanca. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? We're watching Ice Age. Guess what's happening? Nothing. Cool.
There's a lot happening. It's just at a very slow rate.
Jeff, were you here when the ghost showed up in the room and were making weird noises?
Yes, I was. I couldn't figure out what that was.
Yeah, what were those ghosts? Does anybody know what the ghosts were? It was you, Amazing Toaster? Oh, the World 9, the one that brought a lot of the game equipment here, they were making ghost noises? Oh, okay.
Oh,
they were making music. Okay, cool.
I thought it was the ghost of Kuso Pass.
Oh, no. It is right now. Yeah. I'm glad that Sid the Sloth, like, is brightly colored. Can Lizdar manage to get out of the pit? Very nice. Good thinking. The enemy spawns far enough to the left that it can actually scroll off the screen fast enough that you do not have time to recover. Like, it's a very slow and tedious death when you get scrolled to death in this game, but it happens quite a bit.
Yes, if your foot touches the left side of the screen, you're dead. And if you fall into some of these areas, you just can't get out of them. So generally, you want to take the high route when possible.
For those watching the VOD, by the way, I want you to know that at least half of the audience is looking at their phones right now. You can look at your phone as well, Alara. I don't care. Like, yeah, you're playing the game, but you can text friends. You know, you're doing an auto scroller. It's fine. Yeah, like they might be halfway through. I don't.
I think in the speed run it's 6 minutes.
Not
in the speed run, meaning with the lag reduction strats.
Yeah, if you manage to reduce lag, this is about a 6-minute auto scroller, and I think it's the shortest of the auto scrollers in the game as well.
I mean, but it makes sense for a sloth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Now, do you happen to know which company made this game?
Yes, this is made by Syntax.
Ah, Syntax.
Yes, one of our favorites. They made several hundred Game Boy Color and Game Boy games. A lot of them were just title screen hacks, so they just took another game and put a new title on it. But they did have a few originals, including Donkey Kong 5 Travel Through Space and Time or something like that.
Oh, that was in GDQ one time, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, the Journey of Over Time in Space. That's right.
Yes. So that's Syntax.
15 minutes through. We've got 35 minutes left. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country 5, The Journey of Over Time in Space, absolute classic. If you haven't seen a VOD of that, you should definitely check it out. It is a riot.
Why is it still going?
Okay, so Liz doesn't like the auto-scroller. Alara doesn't like the auto-scroller. Nobody watching likes the auto-scroller. The devs probably didn't like the auto-scroller, but they're like, well, whatever.
See, here's why this is so perfect for Kuso. Is if you were
Liz, you're through?
Oh!
Whoa! Whoa, there's a rhino! Watch out!
And now we don't have to remember who made it further in the auto-scroller level.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. Rambi is very angry, though, and luckily Liz is trying to make short work of him.
But here's why I think this game is so perfect for Kusogrande. If you were playing this casually and you were on the auto-scroller level, you would stop playing the game.
Yes.
But they can't.
Yeah, they're racing. They're racing the most boring auto-scroller in existence and having to, like, just withstand. No, Alara,
No.
what? Okay, yeah, I guess that was death. Alara, sorry, you're back to the beginning of the auto-scroller. You can beat it, I promise you. By the way, I know Alara was afraid, or like I talked to Alara, I was like, you're going up against Liz Star, and she's like, oh no. But no, the real fear was going up against Jeff, because like, yeah. Okay.
Look, the games I'm giving out don't get any better from the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, pretty much this is going to be...
This is the best game that I've picked, so... May not be a high bar, but...
Yeah, but when you're limboing, how low can you go? Jeff can go. Jeff's like the person that you watch on a limbo video that you're like, I think you just squished your body in half in order to fit under that bar. My gosh.
Look at the things I go through for Kusogrande. I squish my body in half to bring you these classics.
It's pretty cool. You also, like, considering some of the websites that you go to find some of the weird things from Russia, from China, from other places, I wouldn't be surprised if you also squish your computer in half with all those viruses. My gosh.
I only have the finest viruses.
The finest viruses. Perfect. Yeah, honestly, though, like, preservation of media is really important to me. Like, there are a lot of websites that are very not known, and they have so many obscure games out there that, like, you know, there was a Russian game that you found, Sabor, that honestly, I never
Polish.
would have known about it.
It was Polish.
My apologies, Polish. It was after the fall of USSR. That's right. And you know, it talks about a Russian martial art specifically.
Yes.
That's what it's about. And I didn't even know there was a martial art from Russia. But I learned because of these games, you know, and we got a decent amount of folklore from that game as well.
We learned some Slavic fairy tales from it. And so this is very educational.
Yeah, and this game is very educational as well. You get to learn about sloths.
I've learned so much about sloths.
Yeah,
like
sometimes
they have 5 healths.
It's
Sometimes-
true.
sometimes
5
7.
hearts per sloth.
5 hearts per
4
sloth.
to 5. 4 to 5. Okay, they like crystals.
Apparently
Oh my
sloths
gosh.
like crystals.
I forgot about the face at the bottom left.
Oh, yeah, we
my
haven't talked
gosh,
about that.
Sid's face. His eyes are popping out of his head.
See, you were spending all the time looking at the calendar, and that's the face you should have been looking at.
Yeah, well, who needs extremely accurate birds? All I need is Sid. Oh. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, I was thinking of the Beatles as well, but I didn't want to say anything. Okay. Oh, Liz trying to grab the vulture out of the air. There we go. If you didn't know, the controls in this game aren't exactly the most responsive. Seconds per frame. Like, in some cases, like, I did see about 2 frames a second there. Like, the way that that vulture was moving for Liz. It's, I don't know, 1.5, 2 frames of animation per second. Like, it's not the worst, but it's no virtual highlight, we'll say that. But it's pretty slow. Oh my gosh. Alara grabbing a Yeti. This is what... Actually, that reminds me, I gotta go get my shirt from the Yeti while I'm here. They've been fantastic. I have a lot of their shirts, and luckily I've got one for volunteering, so thank you for the reminder. I guess I can thank Alara for the reminder, since there was a Yeti on the screen. Okay, Liz is just trying to figure out where to go in this level. That's a look, and there we go. For some reason, the door key, it's kind of dorky, was at the bottom left of the screen. You know, an obvious place for an exit when it comes to a platformer, down left. Yeah, you never put an exit there. Ever, ever, ever. It's weird.
Well, see, they were being innovative.
Innovative. Yeah. Well, that's one exciting thing that comes out of bootlegs as well, that when they're made, or unlicensed games, like if the assets in here are original, yeah, maybe, no, it's bootleg because they took the IP, and it's representing it as a game that is part of a franchise when this was not made by DreamWorks or approved by DreamWorks. And it's also, like, my distinction, unlicensed is generally, you know, trying to create something fresh and new that, you know, you're not trying to disguise it as something else. Whereas bootleg, this is essentially, if you buy something, then you're like, wait a minute, that's bootleg. And so, yeah, they were trying to sell this game and representing it as an Ice Age game when it is not officially an Ice Age game at all.
It is in my book.
Well, yeah, okay, sure. Not bootleg to Jeff. That's a high bar. Okay. Yeah, Liz doing a good job of getting a lot of the switches. Now, Alara is falling behind, but it's not really a huge deal. If she can clear the auto-scroller in a little bit, the next stages go really fast. Yeah, the biggest thing... Oh, no, the frog! Oh, that frog was trying to get you. Yeah, one difficult thing about this game as well is that I don't believe there are any health refills as you go. Like, there was the health upgrade that Lizstar got, but I don't know how. Oh no, Alara! That's a game over. Luckily, continues are very generous in this game by putting you back to the beginning of the auto-scroller.
I also want to note that there are places you can soft lock. So they have the select key, allows you to go back to the map screen. Just because that's a... Yeah, hey, they thought ahead. They're like, hey, you know, you might soft lock, so we're gonna take that into consideration. Fortunately, nobody has done that so far. They've had to die if they want to end their misery through this level. But yeah, there's maybe we'll get to see. I'm hoping we get to see another auto scroller today.
You know what? That would be pretty cool. I don't think we've seen the second auto-scroller in this game during a Kusogrande match. Honestly, Liz is doing extremely well. Alara is doing what I generally expect with this game, which you're doing great. It's just Liz is blowing this out of the water right now.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting anybody to get past 1-3, like ever.
Yeah, like 1-3 is absolutely brutal. Oh my gosh. Okay, Liz grabbing the bat out of the air, going up and over some of these areas. Angry Yet. I'm glad that Yetis spawn out of nowhere. Like, I wonder how many things are chronologically inaccurate in this game. Like, probably switches. Switches didn't exist during the Ice Age. Neither did men with guns.
Yeah, I don't think Yetis existed yet either.
I think frogs existed. Yeah, rifles definitely not invented before the Ice Age. I know that.
Well, this is Ice Age 2. Maybe the second Ice Age.
Has there been a second Ice Age? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Quiet. I know there have been, whatever. There have been dozens of Ice Ages, Brosentia, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Hey, everybody, let's play the game. Correct the commentator. Yeah. That's not really hard. It's a very easy game to play. You can play at home. Yeah.
It's called Commentary Corrector.
Well, actually, it's called Commentary Corrector. Thank you, Alara.
So we're up to 2-3.
You can play the game. Get back to your auto-scroller. Stop talking to me.
So this is what I was hoping for is the next auto-scroller.
Oh, no. Okay, so what's special about this auto-scroller?
Music.
Music?
Has different music.
Cool.
And you got icicles dropping on your head.
Icicles dropping on my head. Yeah.
I don't remember exactly how long this is, but it's roughly the same length.
Oh my gosh.
But look,
the
we
pogo
have
bird.
all these new enemy sprites. You get to see like whatever
Weird
that
bird.
is. Weird bird.
I don't like Weird Bird. Weird Bird can go home, please. Stay home. Dislike. Apparently, by the way, the introduction of the game does have scenes from the movie. They're very compressed. Apparently, they were taken directly from the Ice Age game from Game Boy Advance. So, no, not all of the assets in the game are original.
Oh.
Yeah, taken from the Game Boy Advance game. That's all the trivia that I have for this game. That's cool.
There's really not a lot that's known. Not a lot known about this game.
Oh, very nice.
Wow.
Oh no, Liz!
No.
Whee!
So close.
That's okay. Bottomless pits were part of the Ice Age as well. Yeah, terrifying time to live. Also, really ugly bears were part of the
Wow.
Ice Age. It doesn't even have a neck. Like,
Maybe it doesn't need a neck.
how is it gonna swallow its food? It needs a neck. At least a trachea. Something. Like Rex Ronin went down into the... Well, okay, that was into the lungs. Yeah, please do not ingest food into your lungs. Least controversial stance that I have today.
Just stop playing with your phone. We have a game.
I'm trying to learn about the game, okay? And unfortunately, watching it isn't helping. Okay, Ice Age 2, blah, blah, blah.
I'm glad they had
yeah.
palm trees in the Ice Age. It really adds to the mood.
Yeah, actually, they might have had palm trees. Trees are old. Yeah, I've seen a few trees in my life. And I'm sure a lot of them were older than I am. Okay, why is there a line in the cloud in the background on Liz's screen? Like, it almost looks like a world map path. Maybe a world cloud path. Tunic? Oh no, Liz. Yeah, somebody's gonna enter that code into Tunic and find out that it's a hidden surprise that the dev snuck it into Ice Age 2, the bootleg game. I'm sorry, Ice Age Adventure 2, specifically so that you can go and find that. Oh no, Liz, getting crushed by the auto-scroller. Yeah. You know, as it turns out, speedrunners don't like auto-scrollers. And this is a speedrunning marathon, and we are making two of them play auto-scrollers forever. And Yeah, this is pretty much the worst nightmare.
I mean, that's not a coincidence.
I know, Jeff. Like, no, Alara! The slow and painful death. Wait, what do they say in Darkest Dungeon? A slow and insidious death? Something like that? I don't know. You're dead. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon was so good. Agreed, Tech. Tech said unlike this. Yeah, the Darkest Dungeon was Ice Age Adventure 2 all along. That Yeti is so angry. He's got a frowny face. We're 30 minutes in?
Yeah, it sure feels like it's been a lot longer, doesn't it?
I was going to say, it feels like the time's flying. How are we already 30 minutes into this? I'm not sure the players agree with me, but this is going fast.
I was kind of thinking we were, like, almost done.
You were? I thought we were like 10 minutes in. Maybe my time is all out of whack. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, I do have a bird calendar. My apologies. I am distracted by birds. You know what, Jeff? You should have been looking at the birds. Look at that
then
one.
I'll get distracted.
Look at it. It's good.
Birds are good. I'll agree with you. But there's a time and a place for birds. And
it's not right now.
It's not right now. Now is sloth time.
Sloth time. I don't like sloth time. Sloth time's yeah, it's so slow. I don't like it. I like the little arrow underneath Liz just pointing up. Another tunic code being hidden there. Good.
So let's talk about the good things about this game.
Cool. Moving on. No, really, though. Do you have anything positive to say? I mean, it's playable. It's beatable. That's cool.
It has been beaten. We know that.
Yeah.
Well, by one person.
We know one person who has beaten this game, and that is pretty cool. Actually, I have a huge appreciation for bootlegs because a lot of them, especially in China, were made at a time where they really were not fond of Western media coming over. You know, there was a lot of censorship, and a lot of people in various countries were like, you know, we want part of the media, part of the entertainment that is all throughout the world. And, you know, they're aware of it, but not able to participate. People who made bootlegs, you know, while they weren't giving the original experience that was intended by the developers, they were still giving a taste of what we were getting, you know. Not completely true, but a portion of our culture managed to come across. And I really appreciate you know, them being able to share that, even if it was for profit, you know, specifically with the motivation to make money off of it, it was still sharing a little bit of what we had in our culture. That's, you know, Donkey Kong Country has so many bootlegs that were made off of it, but that's a classic from our childhood, at least my childhood. It was super important to me. And so even if they got, you know, a fraction of a taste of what we had, I appreciate that it was shared.
That's a very nice sentiment overall about bootlegs. Can't really say a whole lot about this game in particular, though, other than the opening sequence. I'm not sure that this is the taste of America I want people to have.
That's the taste that they're getting. It's okay.
But certainly, yeah, there were some really cool things, like Hummer Team took Super Mario World and made it available on the NES. So,
yeah, it doesn't play very well, but
that's at least, you know,
they also took Sonic, put it on the NES, made it into a horse, called it Hummer. Yeah, that was great. They made Titanic, which, I'm hearing cheers from the crowd. Titanic! Absolutely a classic. You know, when Jack and Rose went and punched a whole bunch of people, those scenes were fantastic.
So, yeah, I mean, like, in my book, Hummer Team is like the premium company making Chinese bootlegs, and then you have Syntax.
Syntax, yeah, their quality was genuinely lower, but they were still playable. Like, and also the fact that this game, you know, is not just you learn the whole game in 5 seconds. There are so many games that were made by bootleg companies that were like another Tetris clone,
Yes.
another slide puzzle game. Ooh, everybody loves slide puzzles. Oh, they're so much fun. Yeah, but no, this actually has a little meat to it. You know, it's definitely not a good game, but it's something they put effort into this, and it wasn't completely successful. Probably had a rushed time development period, but it is not just shooing it in, you know. This is a game. And when you don't have a Nintendo development kit, how do you make something like this? Alara, no! I know, that was really delayed on my part.
I think you steal a Nintendo development kit.
Honestly, it would be generous to say they had anything. You know, I don't know.
So this game actually, they had some earlier games in a previous iteration of the company called BBD, and there was an engine that was developed by that company, and this is made in that engine. Believe it or not, this is an actual engine that was used for multiple games.
I don't believe it. Did they make Space Baby with this? Space Baby was the Lilo and Stitch bootleg. Yeah, Space Baby. Well, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like I'm just saying Space Baby and expecting y'all to know what I'm talking about. Liz, what the crap? You beat 2 of these? We didn't expect any to beat 1 of them. What are these rainbows in the background? Is it McDonald's?
We have a good bird, though.
No.
Red, yellow, and white.
The SIDS.
Sid Pride.
Yeah, you know, they could be
Sloth Pride.
kind of like half onion rings. That's also possible.
You
Stage
must
3?
be
We're
hungry.
seeing stage 3-1? What? Okay, Alara, it's okay. You are doing fantastic. You are doing how I do when I play this game, which is crying. Yeah. By the way, I want you all to know that Alara was kind enough to go and get me some medical supplies earlier today, and this is what she gets. I was like, I will pay you back some way, but I'm so sorry. I owe you so much more. Oh my gosh. Okay, so no more favors. To be fair, I think we deserve it at this point.
Oh yeah, so Syntax, after they made a bunch of these games, decided to start making car stereos instead. Which honestly, I don't know if I want to buy one of their car stereos, but it's probably a good decision.
Okay, I'm taking a look to see some of the other games that were on this platform. Some Digimon games. They had a Metroidvania-style Castlevania game with RPG elements? What? Pokemon Platinum, as well as The Incredibles and Super 2 Sonic.
With a K.
Yeah, with a K, okay. Yeah, Metal Slug X. Zook Hero 3. Oh no, I know Zook. Why do I know Zook Hero 3? I don't like Zook. Oh, yeah. Author Blues is mentioning that it's related to Mega Man. I remember a line in a bootleg that says something about Zook, and that's referencing Zook Hero. Okay. He says it's like Mega Man X bootlegs for the Game Boy. Honestly, it takes a lot to take like a more modern system, like something from Super Nintendo, and put it onto Game Boy to put it onto Nintendo. You're going to have weird physics that come out of that. To make something that's remotely functional is pretty impressive. What's that? Oh, okay. Never mind. Author Blues says that no, it's not good. Okay. Well, I'm not saying it's good, but
He didn't say it was bad. He said it was not functional.
Okay, not functional is different than bad. That's fair. That's fair. Then again, I remember a Mega Man bootleg that, like, if you didn't kill enough if you killed too many enemies, platforms stopped spawning, so you couldn't finish the level. So you had to not kill enemies in order to get through. I don't remember which Mega Man bootleg that was, but that one was special. Zukiro, you had to buy all of your weapons, and if you died, you lost them all. That's not great. I don't know. I think even Rockman X was a little bit kinder about that. And that's Rockman ROC, no K in it. Yeah.
Are we going to see a 3-1 clear?
That would be amazing. You know, I want a 3-1 and a 1-3 clear. Let's, like, both of these players are still going and still doing their darndest to make progress in this, and that's one thing. Like, when you are playing a game in front of other people, and a game starts being difficult, frustrating, you feel like you're starting to get walled, it's very easy to feel frustrated and to feel like, you know, I'm not doing as well as I wanted, but the players are still playing this nightmare, and it takes a lot of effort to do that. And there we go, Lizstar moving on to 3-2. Who would have guessed that we would have seen 3-2 of Bing Yuan Li Shan Ji 2? I
didn't think that. That was on
Look
nobody's
at the
bingo
shark.
card.
Oh my gosh, did that shark have arms? I don't know. He's an angry shark. I don't like him. Okay, the frogs though. I love that frogs are as deadly as like polar bears, and
there are some frogs that are pretty poisonous.
It is the Ice Age. I feel like, yeah. I guess it's possible. Usually though, it's a slower death that you experience from like toxic animals. You know, it takes a. Yeah, that shark has arms. Okay, those are beefy arms. Yeah, he's just paddling like that. You know, this was before sharks evolved fins, so. I just heard somebody yell very, very loudly in the background, and I don't think it was in reference to us, but I like to imagine it was. There's other stuff happening in this room, not just this game. Thank goodness. Yeah, so looking at some of the other games that Syntax made, they have a whole list. There was a Star Wars Episode 2 Battle Among Cloned Humans. Okay. Yeah, my favorite. Yeah, they did make Space Baby. I knew it. It's not the same engine as this, but the Space Baby, the Lilo and Stitch game. Oh no, Pocket Monsters Sapphire, Final Fantasy X2. Ooh, that sounds cool, good. I didn't know there was an X. Well, no, there is an X2.
There is.
I forgot 10-2 exists. Yeah, Yeah, that's because Syntax made it. Thank you. 2003 Lion.
Yeah, we cleared the auto scroller.
Oh my gosh, Alara onto the boss fight. Yes.
That is a moral victory.
We had 2 people clear the impossible auto scroller, Jeff. What the heck? Yeah. Like, seriously, in Kusogrande matches, we do not expect anybody to get past 1-3. Not only that, the players have 10 fewer minutes than we generally have in the main tournaments, and being able to see both of them get through it in less time, that just shows how skilled these players are. And there we go, boss down, Alara on to 2-1. Yeah, these are incredible players, and if I'm not mistaken, Alara came in second in the last Kuso Live. She did a fantastic job. you never really know who you're going to be matched up against when it comes to these tournaments. And honestly, if it was Alara versus anybody else, she could potentially be taking the victory. But hey, we've got Liz Star up here. And Liz Star apparently is the Ice Age Adventure 2 master at this point. Oh. Yeah, Syntax also made 2003 King Lion Advance 3, so that is pretty awesome. 2003 Crash 2 Advance, they made a Hulk game. That's pretty cool. We already talked about Zukiro. Pokemon Leaf Green, that's awesome. Super 2 Sonic, I already talked about Pokemon. I don't need to talk about Pokemon, The Incredibles, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, movie version Spider-Man 3. Oh my gosh, that's the one that talks about... Do you remember that? The desires. I think it talks about all of those
I've heard of that, but I don't remember that detail.
I don't recall exactly. That's completely fine. We are 45 minutes
God,
in.
Another 15 minutes of this?
No, 5 minutes.
It's 5 minutes.
It's
Okay,
only
that's right.
50 minutes, Jeff.
Okay. All right. I mean, yes, we've got another 5 minutes of exciting gameplay coming up for you.
Woo! Yeah, and then you get to go do something else with your lives until tomorrow. Yeah, luckily we do have 4 matches again, 10-2, and Liz is through another level? What is this? Okay, never mind, I'm interested again. Wait, he's flying! Why is he flying? Okay. I mean, I didn't live in the Ice Age. The viewers here may be right that mammoths can fly. It's very strange. I mean, with the flippy little tail, that's a lot of propulsion.
I mean, Dumbo could fly, so why not a woolly mammoth?
The woolly mammoth doesn't have Dumbo ears.
Oh.
It's got a really bad haircut,
It looks like the
though.
tail is what's propelling him.
Yeah. And with that velocity, like, look how fast it's moving. It's instantaneous. That's gotta create some propulsion. Okay, the air displacement alone at that speed.
Yes, look how fast he's going.
I mean, he's also kind of a chungus, you know? It's understandable. What is this? Are you controlling this, Liz? No, you're just standing there? Okay. Okay, Liz says that she's not doing anything, and, you know, that's fine. I think Sid is falling asleep on top of the mammoth. I don't even remember the mammoth's name. I hate the movie Ice Age.
I don't remember that idle animation, but...
Yeah, I hate Ice Age with a passion, okay? And the reason is, you know how everybody has, like, if you have a younger sibling, they get a movie that they watch a million times. This was the movie that my youngest sibling watched a million times, and I was a teenager. And when you're a teenager, you cannot handle that. I hate Ice Age because of that. And it's not because, well, okay, yeah, the story is unoriginal. Who would have guessed? Disney death, blah, blah, blah. It's completely foreseeable. And I hate movies that are mostly about babies, okay? I don't care. The baby can't talk. He can't move. It just sits there. Why do you make the baby the main character? It's terrible writing, okay? Anyways, Ice Age is a terrible movie. The end. Yeah. Okay.
I love that even the player character.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh!
You beat the level doing basically nothing. Good job, Liz. It's boss time?
3 auto-scrollers down.
What? Saber-toothed
another
tiger
one.
the hedgehog? Oh, he went to sleep. Okay.
It's up a little ball.
You know, I have seen the speedrun of this game, and I don't remember any of this. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because you fell asleep.
I think he's dead. Yeah! Good job, Liz! 4-1. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know what happens here because I never watched this game that far. I didn't expect anybody
Well,
to get to
we've
4-1.
only got 1 minute left, so what the heck? Okay, this has been so much more excitement than I think we deserved. More than you deserved, at least, Jeff. Alara, go get the frog. Good job. I love that everybody, when captured, just turns into a big square. It's honestly fantastic.
We all have a square within us, and sometimes it just needs to come out.
Yeah, you got to see Rex Ronin about that. My gosh. Okay. Liz Star grabs the nut and moves on. Very nice, but it is time. That is the end of the match. Great job, players. Again, both of you exceeded any expectations we had. It's just, what the crap, Liz Star? How? Why? What? I guess
click with
a
the
goblin game for goblins. That's essentially what we had here. Fantastic job. Again, Alara, you did a fantastic job. And honestly, your pizza possum run, I'm so glad that I got to be part of your couch for that at GDQ. It was a lot of fun. Alara, what are your thoughts about this game? Just real quick into the mic if you can.
It went on about 2 hours too long.
Agreed, but I had a bird calendar, so it was fine. What about you, Liz Star?
Does this have a retro achievement set? Because I think I might.
I was just about to look that up.
Not yet. It will.
Oh, heck yeah.
Liz, no, Liz, you can't enjoy it. You're not allowed to enjoy this. Like, oh, no.
I will spite you specifically, bro. Not you, Jeff. You're cool.
Oh, well, seriously, this was a lot of fun. Alara, I know you have been part of Kusogrande live before. You've played in Kusogrande as well, the main tournament. What are you doing these days that people should know about?
Trying to start being a little bit more active with my stream. Twitch.tv/AlaraQD, because finding the name Alara anywhere is basically impossible when your name is 5 letters. Other than that, just playing games fast, except for this game. Here I just wait slow.
Well, you're a sloth. It's fine. You're just playing the role.
Possums are better than sloths. I'm going to just say it right here.
Okay, possums are better than sloths. I think we can all agree with that, yeah. Except for like one person in the crowd. That's fine. Okay, what about you, Liz Star? What are you doing these days?
Well, I'm in the speedrunner retirement home called Retro Achievements. I've been doing a bunch of that. I played Final Fantasy 1 through 6 in 2 weeks because I have control over my life. So if you're into stuff like that, yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Liz Star is where you can find her. Liz Star also, yeah, if this brings you out of speedrun retirement.
No.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Well, everybody, this has been day 2 of Kuso Live. We will be back tomorrow with 4 more matches. So feel free to come stop on by. For all of you watching the VODs, check the rest of them out. They're a lot of fun. Until next time, take care, everybody.